Most excellent.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How y'all doing?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Well.
This is run by Fruiting.
I saw the whole thing.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I feel bad for all those people looking for a copy of Night Visions.
Why is it like
They found
$3 billion? Oh, those
Okay, so remember how I said YouTube changed all the shit again?
people. Uh-huh.
That link now looks, that's our permanent web stream.
Oh, cool.
Wait, what?
So all the comments from last week are still there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I see 'em.
The archive becomes a different file now and a different URL. So apparently our live stream link is the live stream link.
Forever.
It's a bunch
oh
of
my
random
God.
bullshit, but
Whoa.
it archives everything.
Why?
Man,
So wait,
I like it. This will be gone by next week.
What the hell? That's weird.
Now this is weird because like now I'm just
Yep.
looking at comments.
It's all right.
Not
I feel like
visions.
everybody's here.
Yeah,
So.
Can I
look,
just-
look at all the people in the
Can
chat.
I just flag one so like I can find my way to the top?
no.
All right, I'll flag yours, Becky. Welcome back, everyone. That's
You get-
offensive.
Are you going to get me banned?
Yes, perma-banned.
Yeah, well, all of us
I'm
have
gonna
also
flex the ban
flagged.
hammer.
Oh, scheisse.
Do.
Wow, this is a weird
Oh
icon.
man!
that
Now all of a
YouTube
sudden
chose.
I'm remembering R.I.P. Little Sea Roach.
Yeah, see Roach.
Little Croach. Little Croach.
Yeah, Little Croach died 1 week ago tonight.
Yes.
Died by my foot.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
2015 to 2015.
Little Sea Roach.
First anniversary of Little Sea Roach.
Yes.
Going down.
Oh, yeah, great.
Huh?
The Facebook picks up the link as 288 Graffiti Bridge live stream.
Fucking YouTube.
Yeah. Fucking YouTube.
Is there a way to edit this? Nope.
Why? Because it still comes up.
It's remembering the old link.
Oh.
No.
All right.
There's no way to edit that.
Doesn't look like it. I'm just going to say, don't believe what it says.
Don't believe the hype.
You know what? We're gonna have to give like the live stream a generic
Yeah.
name.
Oh.
The latest
Why?
BMFcast live stream, so that stuff like that doesn't pick up the old info. Because then what happens is then it archives the file as a different thing, and we can go and rename that. So next week when we live stream, we'll just need to come up with a generic title.
I like it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, wow, that called for a fuck yeah.
Sure did.
Not visions.
Night visions.
Not visions.
Night.
They're visions at night.
Night.
Not fury.
Yes.
Oh, wait, wrong movie.
Night Fury.
Night fury.
Knights.
Yeah.
Fight with swords and shields and armor and stuff.
They
Oh, that
do.
kind of night.
I thought you
Not
meant
fury.
nighttime is the right time.
Yes. For
If you
knights.
say the sun sucks, you say, yeah, fuck the sun. I fucking hate it too. Long live the fucking beast.
We all love those tapes and fucking hate Adam Sandler with the fury of 1,000 suns.
If he had just continued to put out quality comedy skit albums.
Yeah.
Hey, he put out 2, right? I mean, the rest were all
Yeah.
kind of shitty.
No, there's one more.
There was a third one, but it was all songs.
Was it all songs? It was at the Lonesome Kicker one,
I don't
the
know.
Lonely Kicker.
I didn't listen to it.
Skits were better than songs.
Love to eat turkey.
I'm not saying that it gets stuck in your head, like, but the skits were funnier.
Oh, sure. That's what we quote all the time. Fucking
No, the goat.
Wait,
one. Everyone
why
quotes
can't
the
Hula
fucking
win into
goat.
your fantastic garbage?
Who? What?
She's a Canuckian.
Oh, is that why you
What's
limited it
happening?
to
Yeah.
the United States?
Yeah, United.
You
You said United
xenophobic
States only.
motherfucker.
Oh. Shipping's fucking expensive.
Yeah, it
To
sucks.
Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would have
Crossing
to
the border like quadruples.
and I would have to
the price.
declare
Why?
value on that
Did they
stuff.
put it on?
and
Did they send it by Mountie for the rest of the way?
No, it's just customs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
send a pack of beavers.
That's a different package.
Furry aquatic animals that make dams, Chuck.
God.
Dental dam.
No, they do not. No.
It's just saran wrap.
Yeah.
That's all it ever is.
I saw Booty Call.
What?
That was a plot point in Booty Call.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen Booty Call.
Booty trap.
Booty call? Booty tag.
Yes. Booty tag.
$1.
X gets the square.
Uh-huh. I'll take Jim J. Bullock for the block.
How about Bruce Valanche?
No. No.
Yeah, he's going to give a stupid answer. He's
Yeah,
gonna
he
fuck
is.
ya.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
gonna wear a dumb T-shirt.
That guy will fuck you. Fuck you for real.
Jim J. Bullock took that game serious.
Whoa.
That man played for keeps. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you shook the table, man.
I get upset. I get passionate about the squares.
I understand.
Yeah.
Jim J. Bullock.
Is it because you are such a Hollywood square?
No.
No.
I'm not.
You're not? Night visions.
Yeah.
Not vision.
All right.
I don't know why it's so funny to you, Chuck. But it makes me laugh, too.
Well, I'm glad then.
Night visions. TV
Night visions.
series.
Night Visions.
Night visions. Let's see what Wikipedia says about Night Visions TV series.
Why
For the
can't
Imagine
you-
Dragons album, see Night Visions album.
Do you
is
like
that why?
Imagine Dragons?
Is that why you were making Imagine Dragons jokes earlier?
No.
No, because I was going to say Imagine dragging these nuts on your face.
You know, like you did to me on the podcast one time.
yeah.
Publicly.
What? Just because I was dragging nuts on your face doesn't mean anything.
It meant something to me.
It was real. It's still real to him. Damn it.
Yeah. Sorry, Chuck.
All right.
Wow, there
Should
was
we,
actually a real TV series named Night Visions, but it was not
There's
the
like
Night Visions
16
we're thinking
movies
of.
named Night Visions, too. They picked the
I
most
know.
generic name.
Bruce Cockburn album from 1973.
Bruce Cockburn.
You're a cockburn.
Bruce Cockburn.
Rubbing it too much.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're starting now because Chuck's shifted.
Yeah, you light it
Yeah.
on fire.
Now that we're saying cockburn a lot,
Yeah.
let's start the fucking podcast. Let's
Just
go.
start off on the giggles. That's always the best one. Yeah, Cockbird.
Oh, God, start the trigger.
Night Visions.
Where'd you go, Chuck? Oh, you're right there. Hi. All right, let's start this. Look,
Wow, that sucked.
weak.
That sucked, dude.
Bush thing on my hand here. It makes clapping hard.
Jeez, it's like you like Imagine Dragons or something.
What?
I don't-
This shit.
I'm a dominant right clapper. Okay.
Can you do this that way?
Great, Ampa clapper. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Clapper.
Learn how to clap, you piece of shit.
Clap.
All right, and welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey,
BMFcast.
Episode 289.
That's a lot of numbers there. That's really
It's one more than the last one, but yeah. So I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
Forgot how we started the show. I know I'm telling you what we do each and every week. Here on the
Yeah.
BMFcast, every week, we watch ourselves a quote-unquote
Oh,
bad movie.
Right.
Come in here and talk about it for the first half. Then we rate them. Good bad movies. Enjoyable bad movies. They get 1 to 5 jocks and robot jocks.
hooray!
Hooray for Robot Jocks.
And the bad movies doesn't stay away. They get a negative science scale, 1 to 5 bags and douchebags after Twilight.
Gross.
Ew.
Oh, we don't like that.
So the other thing we do sometimes is stupid things like an entire theme year.
Yeah.
We got tired of all the theme months. We said, you know what? 1990 for the entire year.
So welcome.
Welcome to week 17.
Oh, no.
39,
Oh, we're way past that.
40, week 40.
30?
38, maybe?
38, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some numbers of
We're way in there.
More numbers.
1990s. Here we are doing 1990s Night Visions.
Yes.
Not Visions.
It wasn't on our original roadmap,
No.
but we decided that in our own weird, messed up way, we wanted to honor the late, great Wes Craven by picking out his 1990 TV movie it was a pilot for a show that never got picked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's get a plot summary. We'll talk more about it.
You should do that.
A cop teams up with a psychic to track down a serial killer. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay.
Sure.
Mostly.
Yes.
Mostly.
Okay, a cop is teamed up with a psychic to track down a serial killer.
Kinda.
Kind of.
It's not his choice. It's the whole, oh, you got a new partner. What?
Yeah. We're
Well,
going,
the cop is James Remar.
Yep.
Remarkable, am I right?
Uh,
Oh, you just did. Never mind. Okay,
Oh.
we're good.
Yeah. He's
But
been
he-
in things.
yeah. He's in Too Fast, Too Furious.
Damn right he is.
One of the best movies of all time.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever been in an actual
I can agree with that.
BMFcast movie, though.
I can agree with that with any movie.
It's
you
weird because
say.
we shout his name all the time.
What, James Remar?
Yeah. I think he's always on the cusp.
He was in Gun.
Oh, okay.
Gun.
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 Okay.
Bamcast own.
That cinema classic, Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the psychic lady,
Lauren Lachlan.
yes, also Bamcast alum.
Yeah, she was the wife of Christophe Lombard
Oh, Christophe Lambert.
in Fortress.
Oh, Fortress.
A super deep cut.
Yeah. That's, goes way back.
Yeah, that was like first year.
Yeah.
It was like first 20, I think.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Fortress.
And we really knew what we were doing back then. Not that we do now, but we really knew what we were doing then.
Yeah, don't listen to that episode, please.
And I guess, I don't know, rounding out the cast of people you might recognize, you got Mitch Pileggi?
Yes.
Skinner.
Pileggi? Is it? I don't know.
Yep.
We'll go with that.
Skinner from X-Files.
Yeah. Skinner. Playing Keller.
Pretty much being Skinner
Leonard
from
Skinner?
X-Files.
Kind
in
of,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the police captain.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I mean, if you watch 24, there's, Mrs. Palmer's in it
David
as well.
Palmer's
Yeah.
wife.
David Palmer's wife. But, yeah. I don't know. That's the main cast.
She's a very minor.
She's a very minor character,
Yeah.
yes. So, Night Visions.
Night Vision.
Night vision.
I honestly do not remember how this movie started. Like, did he just start off going to an investigation? Or, I mean, I literally don't remember, like, how the framing of this movie began, because we had no idea what this movie was going to be about. I didn't.
Yeah, sure. Starts at a crime scene.
Does it?
I don't remember. That's what I'm saying. I honestly don't
Yeah,
remember
it's
exactly
kinda-
how
I
it
don't
first
know.
started.
I think it did.
Sure, we'll go with that. I mean, I got like most of the movie. I just cannot remember how it actually started.
Yeah.
Like I know they get. But, all right. Plot summary aside, they're tracking down a serial killer called it's cleverly called the Spread Eagle Killer
Yeah.
because he
They call
kills
him
his-
the Eagle.
Well, they call him the Eagle, but the newspaper said Spread Eagle Killer.
Yes.
But like, yeah, he kills women and then lays them out like Spread Eagle style, splayed. Not open, that sounds worse. I know. I mean, the term splayed is usually like,
I know.
cut open
Yeah,
flesh.
but
Yeah, the movie starts in a dance club with a chick doing the lambada with some guy, and then her husband.
That's
is-
what it was. Thank you.
Her boyfriend
Thank you.
is all pissed off about it.
Okay.
and
That's right. That's why we didn't
and
remember.
we're just watching it, going, I don't get anything that's going on right now. And she
Right.
goes in the parking lot, and eventually, she has this green scarf that she tosses on the side of one car because she gets angry because she gets in an argument. Goes outside, and then suddenly hears something, turns around, there's no one there, turns back, and she's getting strangled with her own scarf.
Yes.
And then they,
Ain't that a son of a bitch when that happens?
yes, and then they show the killer spread her legs, and then there's a crane shot that pulls up, and then that changes into the newspaper picture. It says "Spread Eagle Killer strikes again."
Yeah. How the newspaper got a crane shot to just take their front page lead story photo.
Newspapers had a much bigger budget back in 1990.
That's true. They were
They're
all
like,
that mattered.
"We need you to get that shot. This will sell papers.
Rent a cherry picket if you have to.
Yeah.
We got the budget."
It was Peter Parker. He's just
Oh, he's just dangling.
yeah.
Okay.
God.
Sorry.
Have movies
But
taught
yeah.
you nothing, Chuck?
No.
But yes, so that's when we get to James Remar getting remarred out by Skinner. I get it.
I totally get
Remarred
it.
Out, yeah.
And what's his character's name?
Mackie.
Oh, right.
His
He's
name
gonna-
is Tom Mackey.
Tom Mackey.
No, his name's just Mackie.
Mackey.
Well, Sergeant
'Cause
Tom Mackey.
Sergeant Mackey.
There's one point where he's trying to say something, and Skinner's just like, "Bag it, Mackie."
Everyone just yells at Mackey the whole movie.
How many clips of the audio clips from that movie do you want? Just all of them? Every time Skinner's yelling at him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mackey.
Well, she yells at him too. She says Mackie a lot.
Yep.
Everyone's yelling at Mackie.
Mackey.
Eventually, I'm just like, what? What?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so that's how it begins. So
Yes.
we see, it's weird because like the rest of the movie is never told from a victim's perspective. It's like only that opening scene where it's
Right.
like we're going to watch the victims. Like after this happens and we see the crane shot and the movie starts to get established. It's 100% from The View, and like you basically never leave the side of one of the two of them after that moment.
Yeah.
Like you're following her, or you're following him, or the two of them together for the rest of the movie.
Usually her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it starts off with Remar just losing his mind on the boyfriend.
Right.
He's like, we know you did it. We know you killed her. God damn it. He's like, there's no good cop, bad cop. He's nice, and I'm a fucking asshole.
Well, I wanted to point out,
of
like,
course,
the
there's
only
no swearing because it's a TV movie.
right.
But
The only reason like the boyfriend even did anything is he had a cadre of people behind him egging him on. Like, really, you're going to let her do that? You know, like I got the impression from the vague setup of the movie that he was supposed to be somebody like a crime boss guy, something.
Yeah.
But he just had a whole bunch of people like,
Yeah.
I can't believe you're going to let that happen. So
Well, yeah, but like Remar pulls a gun on
he
him.
does.
And so
yeah.
he, like in the middle of the interrogation.
He's slapping him with his like sheaf of papers.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
whap, 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 whap.
Yeah.
You did this, whap.
Yeah.
You did that, whap.
And that's when Skinner just tears him a new one. And he's like,
Mackie, stop it.
he's like, Mackie.
Leave that man alone.
And then all of a sudden, the commissioner, I guess.
Sure.
just
comes
out of
in.
nowhere, like he's in the mid, like I think he's like mid reaming him out and
Yeah.
remarring him out.
Remarring.
And but yeah, it's like I think he was like about to be like, get out of my office, you're off the force, and like
Well, no, because Remark goes into his office and just slams his
that's
gun and
right.
badge down on the desk.
Yeah.
He's like, "That's what you want, right?" And Skinner's like, "Get out of here!"
he's like,
Stop it."
I'd let you off that easy.
Yeah. It's like, you're tap dancing on the edge, Mackie, but you're not quite there yet. So I got my eye on you.
Never calls him a loose cannon.
No.
Like every other cliche though.
Everyone gets so close to saying it that they might as well, they're all thinking it.
Yeah.
Well, he is pretty damn loose cannon. But anyway, yes, police commissioner comes in and goes, "Hey, you know what I want? I want you to catch this damn eagle killer," because he's already. I think at this point he's killed like three people. I think maybe 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and he's like, this is my number one priority. Also, here's your secret weapon. It's this girl. She's a criminal psychologist. And they're all like, okay, great.
Dr. Powers.
Like we don't have them.
Yeah. Dr. Powers. But she comes in
Powers.
and she introduces herself to Skinner and says, something Henry Skinner. And
Harry, because it was Harry
Yeah.
Truman.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And he goes, nobody knows my middle name.
No one on the force knows.
And she says, well, you've got buck stops here on your desk, which means your parents must have really loved Harry Truman, and so they named you after him. And
Yeah.
he's like, you're pretty good.
Yeah. How'd you know my parents love Harry Truman?
Yeah. Which establishes that she's kind of psychic, but in like a worthless way.
She knows things that have no bearing on the plot
Yeah.
Right.
the entire time.
Yeah. Like when you actually need psychic powers to like
To know who the killer is.
Yeah, to pinpoint some exact thing.
She's kind of a shitty psychic, a
Useless.
psychic.
well,
Yes, whatever her
Yeah.
powers
Yeah.
are, they're undefined and pretty much useless.
Really, her powers are just her last name.
Yes. That's the bulk of her powers.
Yeah.
Is the powers of her last name. But then, like, guy throws open the door. It's like, there's trouble down at the mill. But it's like, there's been another murder. Because she says something like, I think the next one's going to be sexual. And they're like, what?
Well, they come rushing in. They're like, so there's been another murder.
Yeah. And we're like, what?
Oh.
They all go running
Yeah,
out.
well, they go to a crime scene. This is like her first crime scene, and
Yeah.
she's, Remar's like, stay in here. You don't want to see this.
Well, no, wait, hang on.
Wait, okay.
They don't just go to another crime scene. There is a lengthy driving sequence where Remar, first of all, it's like fucking Mad Max is happening in the street where kids are
That's true.
in battle armor fighting each other. And Remar comes burning ass through the road.
oh god.
Burning ass.
Like, and just kids go flying everywhere, and he's like screaming at him to get back in school or whatever, and recess is over.
because they're like having like a mix between Lord of the Flies and the Warriors out in the street.
Yes.
These kids are awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got full, like, combat pads on
Yeah,
and
they got
sticks.
trash
and-
can shields.
But it's
and-
all like made up kid shit. Like, go get your hockey pads. We're
Yeah.
gonna battle to the death.
But, like, the first time you see it, it's like, what the hell is going on in L.A. right now? Because then, like, after that, they hit a pocket of homeless people, and Remar just shouts out the window, get a job! And they're like, fuck you, Maggie,
Aw.
It's like, so he's passing all these pockets of people that I guess he deals with on a daily basis, harassing them. And then he gets to, like, this gated community where the murder house is. And the guard's like, now, this is a quiet community. Don't turn your siren on. And he's like, okay, woo!
He's like just being aggressively an asshole.
Yeah.
it's kind of amazing.
It's really good, yeah.
And that's probably the most we will like him throughout the episode.
Yeah. because this is the most personality he gets to show because he takes a back seat after this point. He got to rev up his loose cannonness, and then they get to the crime scene, which is this big fancy house, and there's some other guy there who's like, nah, this other guy's in charge now. You're off the case.
Yeah. Well, he knows he's off the case. Skinner basically told him, he's like, you're just escorting her.
Right.
Everywhere.
Well,
the only reason you're anywhere near this is because
he does
of her.
further loose cannoning in period because like there's a regular like like street cop standing there. He's like, you can't come in. You've been you're off the force. And he's like puts out his jacket. He's like, how would you like to lose a kneecap? He's like, that's your finger, right? And he's like, yeah, it's my finger.
Yeah.
Like cocks his gun inside of his jacket. And
It's like, whoa, oh,
Well,
yeah.
come on in. And then the lady comes in and she's like, I got a note. I got a note from the commissioner.
Yeah, she comes in with a note from
She
her
does hand
commissioner.
And it's just, you'll see in that note it says that I'm allowed to have permission. I can just go wherever I want, and you give me whatever I want. So
diplomatic immunity.
And also, I don't have to participate in PE.
yes, that's how you get study hall that period.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, like whoever these guys are, they're just like, all right, go on in, I guess.
Well, and then Remar takes a lighter out of his jacket and lights a cigarette because he's smoking a lot through the beginning of this.
The whole time.
Everybody smokes
Yes.
a lot in this movie. It's great.
Even Skinner's smoking.
Yes.
Smoke.
So he's like, stay out here. You don't want to see this. And goes in. And then she's just like, I'm going in too. And that's when she just starts freaking out. I mean,
Well, no, before that, like, he like is like fondling. It's weird. He's like fondling. First, he's sniffing her hair,
yep.
sniffing the dead lady's hair, not his partner. Sniffing the dead lady's hair, and then like is like rubbing down her arm and pulls out. And we find out later it's a chip from one of her fake fingernails.
Yes.
And like she was fighting off because they were like, oh, she must have known the person and let him in because there's no sign of a struggle here. And
Right.
he's like, but then he takes the piece of the broken fingernail and
Licks it.
like puts it to his tongue.
Yep.
And we're like, the fuck is going on here? And
Yes.
now she's the psychic lady has now made her way into the room as well.
Right.
And they're just kind of standing over the body and having this moment of like, oh, we got it. And he kind of like he basically goes out to tell the officer that's on duty, like, here's all the things you missed. There was a struggle. There's broken fingernail.
Well, isn't she having a night vision?
She's starting. She's doing that, but like he's
Yeah.
that's an excuse for him to leave out of the room because the guys come in like cover up the body and take it away.
Yeah.
Because they had to like figure out a way for this to happen because like they just immediately like he's like they're about to cover up and take her away when he finds the broken fingernail and licks it. They cart the body away. She's off having a night vision finally. It's like she's
In the afternoon.
She's inhabiting this dead lady's soul or something.
Yeah.
And like laying down in the chalk outline.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he comes back in and he talks to the other.
Yeah, he talks to the other cop and he's like, "Oh yeah, what did she do? Real estate? Yeah, no, she was a working girl. Like there's coke under the fingernails and
Porno everywhere.
and blah blah blah."
Ice melted a certain way.
Yeah, that was one of the things. Like they had glasses there and like for drinks and like there was still ice in them and I'm like,
Yeah. They got that quick.
Well, nobody was like,
Yeah.
why is there still ice here? Like, they did say something about it, but
Yeah.
they were just like, oh,
Yeah, because like the toxicology will come back with all that.
right,
But yeah.
but yeah.
But she's laying in the chalk outline freaking out.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
comes in and is like, what the hell?
Yeah. She's like, she was raped. And then her nose starts bleeding. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, well, let's end the scene.
Yeah.
Go away.
And then there's like a scene later in the office where he's like, yeah, if you're going to have like these episodes or whatever, you need to like call me anytime. Don't let this happen in public or we'll both be off the case.
Yeah. I'm your partner.
Because if you're out, I'm out because I'm the only, you're the only reason I'm still here.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, that's when President Palmer's wife is like starts talking to her and he's like, "Where are you staying?"
Yeah. They become friends.
Yeah.
yeah, well, she's just like, oh, you're staying in that
and we should
shithole,
mention-
come stay with me.
Okay,
Oh,
jump back to the scene
Right,
where
right,
she's
right.
laying in the dead body.
Yeah.
She meets the photographer, the outline.
Yeah.
She meets the photographer who's been taking all
crime
the-
scene
Yeah, the
photographer,
crime
yeah.
scene photographer.
Martin.
And he's like, "Hey, he's like, you shouldn't be seeing this stuff. It's pretty rough.
He's
you
so
need
crazy.
anyone to talk to?
Yeah, I'm around.
Hey,
I'm always around.
You at many crime scenes?
Yeah.
You like
Ever seen
'em?
a dead body before?
Yeah.
Ever
Yeah.
seen a stiff?
Yeah, but then yeah, but yeah, they get back to the precinct and basically she's talking with President Palmer's wife.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, where you live in?" She's like, "Oh, I live in the Twin Towers over somewhere
Too soon.
in L.A."
Yeah.
And
And she's
she's like, "Oh, you can hear everything over the gunshots. You can
Yeah,
sleep." And
don't
so
say
she's
that.
like, "Come, you can live downstairs from me. I got a place."
Yep.
And while they're doing this, the photographer guy comes back and he's like, I got those photos of the crime scene.
Look at
And
this.
he's like, you want to take a look at them? I got some for you, baby. Here you go.
mm-hmm. It's just, dead body splayed. And
Yeah.
like, oh, well, yeah, that's a dead body. Well, we got to go.
Nothing says office romance like dead body photos.
Yeah. I mean, they have a little bit more interaction with, like I said, he has that, like, if you're going to freak out like this, you got to let me know. We're partners. Look up partner.
Yeah.
Know what partner means.
Yeah.
But she goes home all right, let me back up for a second. She goes with, Mrs. Palmer to
Yes.
her place.
Yes.
And this place, it's kind of crazy. Like, it's a little apartment complex type looking thing, but there's like 20 kids outside just kind of also being nuts, but not in the, Mad Maxy kind of way that the other kids
just
were.
jumping rope. And,
But like, there's a person walking a goat down the stairs, and she's like, "Why is there a goat?" And they're just like, "Ha," and keep going.
yeah.
It's like
L.A.
It's L.A.
yeah, it's LA.
Yeah.
Like you do.
Forget about it, Jake. Chinatown.
Right. And then
But
they go into the apartment.
yeah, and then it's like there's a lot of wacky and weird in this movie.
Yeah.
Because like they go in the apartment and there's a motorcycle on what looks like maybe what would be the mantle or the fireplace. I mean, it's right by what would you think there
it's
might be a
in the
fireplace?
living room.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's in the living room.
There's an
It's a
exhaust
centerpiece,
pipe
yeah.
on the mantle.
Yeah.
There are motorcycle parts all over
Right,
the
right.
apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and she's talking about how her
well
ex-boyfriend was living there, but then he just vanished one day.
Yeah.
Well, not vanished, but took off.
Took off, yeah. I'm sure he would come back in a later episode.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
perhaps yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There'd
I'm
be wacky hijinks. Why are you living in my apartment?
really it's just like I mean this is all like I guess some of these scenes make more sense now knowing that this was a pilot. I thought it was just a TV movie.
Yeah.
Because I like the way I was looking at it in that light a lot better because like some of these scenes are like why is that here? But
Oh yeah, no. As soon as like all these shenanigans happen in this apartment, I'm like, okay,
Right.
they were setting up the
Shenanigans.
sweeps week.
yeah, because like she goes to sleep and starts to like fall asleep and starts having another night vision. Mm-hmm. But this one, like we find out later, I guess we can assume it, but she's flashing back to her own childhood where I guess her whole family was murdered.
Her parents and her brother.
Were murdered in the house, and she was almost murdered, but got away by like running away and hiding in a crawl space.
Yes. Crazy laughing man could not get to her.
Right. And so we see all this horrific stuff and fisheye vision and her freaking out as the little kid / her, and it just keeps like, doing weird cuts back and forth.
Yeah.
And
There's one cool shot where like she walks in and what's supposed to be her parents' bedroom, and the mom who's been killed rolls off the bed, and as she rolls off the bed out of frame, the killer pops up.
Yeah.
Like in the same shot. That's like stylistically that's the coolest thing in this movie. But yeah, then it's just, she wakes up in her weird checkerboard bed.
Checkerbed.
And Mackey's leaving a message on the phone. He's
Yeah.
like, it's 8 o'clock. We got a meeting at 10. She's like, yeah, I'll try to make it. And he goes, there's no try about this.
Yeah.
Skinner's pissed and he wants us to have a report.
yeah, he's got to go on TV and he needs to pick your brain so
He
that
needs
he
to
knows.
download your head into his.
Hot 90s lingo.
Yeah. And so she's like, okay.
Yeah, try to make it by.
But then she just goes to the gym.
Yeah.
This all right. So this one doesn't make any sense because like
There are quite a few scenes in this movie that feel like we are missing a scene
Yeah.
Right.
in between when this starts and when this one
especially.
comes
Yeah.
Yeah.
By setting up her powers, this is the worst one.
This
because
was-
it's like, what in the hell is happening?
I don't know. I mean, maybe if I saw the setup again, I would get it. Like, it seemed like sometimes she could get something from TV, maybe, or seeing even a print ad, or I don't really understand. But anyway, she becomes an aerobics instructor
Yes.
and goes to this like. It sounds like it would not be anywhere close to her. Goes to this like
Well,
gym,
she becomes the aerobics instructor who is the next victim.
right? But we have no reason to believe this. I don't know.
Not at the time. Not until
Is she following her little map pattern and just bumps into the aerobics instructor? I'm thinking that might have happened.
I think she went there to work out. She had
Yeah.
2 hours, and I think she was
Okay.
just like, I'm going to go there to work out. And then you
But
hear
she
like,
goes places like on her weird hunches.
yeah, but she is dressed to work out, and she doesn't go into channeling mode until
No,
she
she-
hears a conversation from a couple of the
No, she
employees.
buys
She's dressed in a
clothes there.
sweater or something.
Yeah.
Like she's in a
She's dressed
sweater and,
normally.
and
all right.
tights or something, and she grabs clothes off the rack to become the instructor.
Okay.
Yeah, and starts speaking in a different voice.
Yeah, well, she hears the conversation that a couple of the employees are having, like, "Where's Kathy? Where's Kathy? Your class is
where's
starting."
Kathy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
my
immediately
God.
she's like, "Well, I gotta do this class," and then
that class.
she just goes and does a crazy aerobics workout.
Yeah, I mean, this all happens like she runs the whole class.
Yep.
Meanwhile, like Remar and the chief are freaking out because like
This week on Rebar and the Chief.
well, they're freaking out because like the press conference is happening, and Skinner's just like, our expert should be along here any second.
Yeah.
And this is one of those 90s things where it's like they're just calling her house.
Yeah.
And just getting the answering machine where it's like, yeah, you know, if cell phones.
Yeah,
This is once again one of those movies that cell phones would have been like, all right,
it would have broken. the
Case
movie.
closed.
Yeah.
Do find my friends. Oh, she's here. That's weird.
Yeah, but like she does this class and it's all super intense and everything, and then like one person runs up to her after class and is like, "I need a trainer. Could you help me out?" And then there's like screaming and shit in the gym, and then
But there are some strange leaps of logic early on in the movie where it felt like maybe they had plot for multiple episodes that they just kind of crammed into this, because she goes on a theory of like, oh, they get back the reports from the lady from the night before that she was in fact raped,
Yeah.
but it was like after death.
yes,
And there was no semen, so the killer wore a condom. And she comes up with like, maybe it wasn't even a man. And so there's like this weird prior setup to this of like, she's kind of like checking out the women at the place as possible suspects, maybe, because she says a line when the lady
Yeah.
comes up and is like, "I need a personal trainer." She's like, "It's cool. I don't believe it's you anyway," or she says something like that.
Oh.
And it's like, what? Like,
Yeah,
like,
she does tell the one
says
lady,
something.
it's
She-
not you, don't worry.
Don't worry, it's not you, or something like that. And I don't know if she means as a victim or the killer or what. It gets a little muddy right here. But all of a sudden, like, just like, I don't know, just because it had to happen, you hear a scream from off camera, and the person is killed there, splayed out on like a massage bed or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy, the person she was, I don't know, inhabiting.
Right.
Yeah.
And the cops are kind of like, if
Why
you
are
were
you
there and
here?
you had a hunch this was going to happen, why didn't you call us?
Yeah. Remar gets all upset. He's like, that's when he's like, "Hey, you have a dictionary at home?" She's like, "Yes." "Why don't you look up partner?"
Yeah.
Get back to me.
Which, I mean, she's been in that house one day. I don't know why she thinks she has a dictionary there. I don't know if I have one, and I've been in my house forever, so
Obviously, you don't have a dictionary.
I guess not.
Because you don't know what forever means.
No.
Look up hyperbole, Chuck. He said he's been in his house forever.
Forever.
I know that's not true.
Yeah, well, you're never leaving, buddy.
Yeah.
Ever.
You will be in your house forever.
That's probably true. Thanks, housing market.
Yeah, so all that happens is now she's sad and dejected. Little Caroline or whatever her name is. What is her name? Cindy? What's the hell's her name?
Dr. Powers.
Sally.
Sarah.
Slap my ass and call me Sally. That's her name.
Sally Ride.
Yeah.
Powers.
Sally Powers. So Sally's like, she's sad Sally now because like she's been
Sad
yelled
Sally.
at, and I think like
This is kind of when she starts dating.
photographer guy. Yeah,
Mark.
because he's just like, "Hey there,
Groovy chick.
Yeah.
Grumpy Gus, look like you need a shoulder to cry." And she actually literally takes him up on that and cries on his shoulder for a second. She's like, "I guess I'm okay now, thanks."
He's like,
Yeah.
holy
He's like,
shit, that worked.
Yeah, it's never worked.
and she's like, do you like photography that's not dead bodies? I have some. Come with me.
Yes.
If you don't like dead body photography, how do you feel about vaginas?
Yeah, vaginas
Yeah,
/ flowers.
vaginas?
And
In an ice cream shop.
But like artsy,
artsy.
artsy vagina
I mean, okay,
photography.
all right, they're
Like,
flowers,
not,
but,
not any of that creepy stuff.
No, I wouldn't
This is
just
like-
not a snapshot of a cooter. This is a photograph of a vagina.
I want
This is
to
classy.
point out the artsy vagina photography is my Madonna cover band.
We like to
Snapshot
keep
of
our
a
vag
cooter.
shots classy here.
Yeah. But yes, he takes her to an ice cream shop.
That has his artwork on the walls.
It's kind of flowerish / vaginas, yes.
Yeah, I love the way this scene is set up, and it's one of those things that's like, was this supposed to be that goofy? Because it's treated like it's all shot from one side of the room, where they're like going through, and she's like, "Wow, this is really amazing," and then she like realizes, "Oh my God, this is your art," and he's like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Oh, is this how you deal with the darkness or something like that?" And he's like, "Something else does, rum raisin."
and then all of a sudden,
And then
ice cream.
And then pan to the left, and they're in a fucking ice cream shop.
Hey, man, L.A.
He said something about rum raisin earlier, didn't he?
did,
Yeah. That's his one vice.
Murder
Murder.
Yeah. This is a point where I think
rum.
this was a point where we suspected the photographer.
We
right?
called it way before
It-
that.
was it?
He popped into a room at one
That's
point.
right. He just popped up in a
Yeah.
room and we're like, aha.
Well, when we first handed her the photos,
killer.
I think is
Yeah,
when
it's
we.
like, hey, Chief, I got them crime photos. We're like, it's fucking you, isn't it?
yeah.
There's no other reason for you to be in this. It's just one of those situations where a guy's talking too much. Like, they gave this guy way too much dialogue. He's fucking
Yeah.
the killer. So, he is,
Yeah.
by the way, spoiler.
Yep. But so then they're just kind of dating from that point forward.
I guess, man, their relationship blossoms quick.
Yeah, it does.
So,
I guess he drops her off back home,
Yeah.
and
there's some dialogue about a leather suit of some kind that Sherry Palmer owned and said it was for the what's the name of that club? The Strikers or
Oh yeah, the biker club.
yeah,
essentially.
okay. And
Yeah, because it's just another excuse of like, hey, those things in the closet, those are my ex-husband, boyfriend, whatever's things. I would never wear them. He wanted me to go to this club with him, and
Yeah.
she just like touches these
Man,
and
what was the
immediately
name?
like,
That was a good club name too.
yeah.
it started with an S. I don't.
Slammers?
Slammers, maybe.
It might have been Slammers, yeah.
Slammers.
But yeah, she's just like, get out.
Yeah, she's like, I'm very tired now. You need to leave
Yeah.
because touching the clothes, she immediately inhabits some biker chick.
Yes.
It's vague.
But
Is it
it's
the next victim?
It's the
I
next
don't-
victim, yeah.
I don't know. How does
Kind
that
of.
work?
Who the hell knows?
Okay.
But yeah, she puts on biker outfit and takes the bike out of the apartment and rolls up
God.
on biker club.
gets like a hero shot of her coming over the hill.
Oh, it's
like, with
it's
the light
full on
behind her.
80s music video smoke, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
Prince didn't get that much of a hero shot in
No.
either Purple Rain or the other one. But yeah, she's just in the club and she spies a woman with a bare tummy.
Yeah,
And she's like,
tummy.
lady.
Has she
I like saying tummy.
actually has she spat out her theory at this point? I think
Which
she
one?
did. I think she did to Remar about her new theory
Well, she
about
keeps
the.
making an X on the map of.
But I think by the time he got to stomach, she'd actually had the explanation with him of Da Vinci's.
Oh no, that's much
way
later.
later.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
way later.
Way later.
Holy God,
My God.
she hasn't even come up with the star yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
she
she
gets
she's
to
got
the
like
star
an X
for-
and an
yeah.
hourglass.
But where did she come up with stomach? Because she was all about stomach.
She was
mid-
just, her
midriff.
her Dr. Powers were just
Oh,
focusing on the
Powers.
stomach.
Dr. Powers!
It's a lady with a nice exposed tummy, and you're like, look at that, and the camera's like, ba 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 ba.
It's
like- Yeah. But then like this Rennie Harlan looking guy is following her around the club. You know, it's like, come on, baby, let's you and me do things.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Yeah. And she's like, is that all you want? And he says, well, you got dope too? And then tries to grab her, and she like roundhouse kicks him ish.
Yeah.
How she gives him the wrestling big boot.
Okay, yeah, that's right. He goes flying off into a pile of garbage.
But she takes this knife, which he pulled on her after she kicked him in the head, and
She just ambles back into the
just
club
walks
with
around
it,
with
yeah.
the club with the knife until like midriff lady's like, okay, psycho
Knife
with
to
a knife.
see you too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to this other private room. Bye
Right.
now. And so Remar has shown up
Yeah,
because I
Yeah.
guess he called.
Yeah, I mean, there had been stuff earlier where he called her and left a message about how she's ruining his life
Yeah,
or something, and she yells at him over the phone. So they're not getting along
no,
at this point.
bad partners.
Yeah.
But he's found out she's at the club, so he goes there.
right.
yeah.
And there's a bouncer who's just like, nah, you can't come in here. And he's like, badge. And he's like, ooh, go right ahead, sir.
Yeah.
So he comes in, he gets into a fight with, so he approaches her.
Right.
And she's just like, I don't
Well,
know.
she's
you, man.
in whatever zone. Yes.
Yeah, she's in her fugue state.
Yeah.
And punches him right in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes down. And that's when she goes into the private room where Bare Tummy Lady is.
Yeah.
And he follows her in there and is like, oh,
Oh, she's dead.
Yeah, and she's standing over a body with a knife.
yeah. It's like,
Did you?
And-
snap out of it.
Did
Yeah.
you do this? Like, should we go? She's like, I
Well,
didn't
he's
do
not
this.
even like that. He's just like, give me the knife.
Yeah.
Look, we need you. You need to get out of here
Yeah,
now.
Just go.
Yeah.
Put this jacket on. Go wait for me in this diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm scared. She's like, he's fine. Just go wait in the goddamn
Yeah.
diner.
Wait, sit in the back. You know, wait for me. It's 24 hours.
Yeah.
So like, cops come and they're like, "Why were you here?" And he's like, "I like to dance." That's his
This is
answer.
how I unwind.
Yeah. And they're like, "Really?" And you just happen to be here. And he's like, "Yeah, well, I was here."
Yeah. Who hit you? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fight
it's
with somebody.
someone picked
Disagreement.
Someone tried to pick a fight, and is this where he asks like did the victim get stabbed, or
Yeah.
is it later?
No,
So, whatever.
He
it
asked,
happened.
and they're like, "No, blunt force
blunt
trauma."
force
to the
trauma.
head.
He's like, oh,
Really?
oh, really?
Phew.
Well, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So they go to the diner, and again, he's just like, what the shit? Who are you? Why is this happening?
Yeah.
And just to prove, like, she's crazy, the waitress comes over. Oh my god, this waitress, like, worst waitress ever.
Yeah, she's not looking for a tip.
No.
Well, I mean, he asks for
cottage
cheese with some mustard in it. And she's rightfully so. She says, "Put your own damn mustard in it."
My shift's over. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she starts channeling
Ew,
her.
cottage cheese and mustard.
Yeah.
Whatever. Again, it's just one of the many weird fucking things in this movie.
Yeah, but Dr. Power starts channeling her.
Yeah,
and he's like,
I gotta go home and make dinner for the mom and dad. Nobody appreciates me that.
he's like, that's a pretty neat
And then
trick.
she is like walking out the door, like saying the exact same words. She's like, okay.
Yeah. All right, so you've got some powers, and
Yeah.
then like she breaks down and tells
Sally
the whole
powers.
story about, or
She doesn't tell him about her history with
she doesn't
murder.
because she leaves. She's like, I gotta go home.
Well, he
And-
just keeps pushing her. He's like,
Yeah.
you know about the killer. You're in his head. You understand what's
but she's
going
like
on.
super upset. She's just like, I don't understand any of this.
I gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he walks outside, and like a limo pulls up, and it's the police commissioner. He's like, get inside.
Get in.
I've got to explain everything to you.
And we're like, she's a robot. he's gonna show her the file.
He's got her entire life history with the serial killer guy that tried to kill her and
Yeah.
kill her family. And it's like, I took her in, and whatever she needed, I was going to do. And there's like shots of her like graduating college, and he's there, and it's like, so he's like her surrogate dad or something.
Always
and,
been there to protect her and keep her away from the darkness.
And again, rightfully so. We're right on the page of like, then why the fuck did you put her on a murder case?
Yes.
A serial
Yeah.
killer murder case. And Remar's like, why the fuck did you put her on a murder case?
yeah.
And he's like, well, she just asked me, and I've never denied her anything. And
I said yes.
that's really like his whole answer. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, all right, I
Yeah.
guess.
I wish I was cool enough to tell her no.
Yeah.
But
It's like, okay, thanks for the exposition limo
Yeah.
ride.
I don't know why he's riding around in a limo anyway, but he does. So
He just,
and
he's the
then
commissioner.
he just
the
pulls
next-
right up. It's just like, get in.
and now is this when she comes up with the Da Vinci theory, the Da Vinci Code? It doesn't matter.
Well,
Somehow she comes up with the
no,
idea.
the next day.
Yeah.
Is this when they go to the celebrity wedding first?
Yeah,
Star.
because she's got a star thing, and she's figured out, oh, it's a star, and
He says something to her about, great,
gold
you get a
star.
gold star.
yeah,
And she flips out again, and
She calls Martin and says, let's go shopping.
yeah.
And they go have a shopping montage.
Oh, it's not a shopping montage.
It's clo- it ha-
Don't do injustice to shopping
You're right.
montages
I
by calling
apologize.
this a shopping
It has
montage.
fun music and
It has amusing
So they
music,
go to
and she
one
holds up
store.
2 outfits.
Yeah.
They go to one store, and the whole time she's acting.
There's no
like-
spinning either.
No.
no.
It's bullshit. It's not a shopping
She doesn't
montage.
hold up the bags like in a
Yeah, no.
Right.
Christ-like
None of that.
pose. No, yeah.
Doesn't cut from outfit to outfit while
Right,
she's looking
while
in the
she's
mirror.
spinning.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very important, the spinning.
What the hell are we talking about? No. So, like, they just go to one store, and she's now channeling some other, like, hoity-toity person that's not her at all.
Yes.
Like, it was something about what he said, / she saw, like, an ad for executive limousines, and all of a sudden she's like, I am this person now.
Yep.
She calls up Martin, they go shopping, and she's, like, trying to buy, like, expensive outfits that are probably way too expensive for her, and Remar comes in, rightfully so, and is like, how are you going to pay for this? And he's like, get off of me. I don't
Yeah.
know you. Who are you?
American money.
Yeah, American money. I think they take that here.
Do they not Filthy take peasants.
American money here?
Yeah.
And I don't know, like he starts to get handsy. Martin's like, "Hey, back off, guy. Do I need to referee here?"
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, he leaves, and then like again, just fucked up scene. Like it's like suddenly she's wearing the dress that she bought at this place and trying to go to some.
well, she's looking in the mirror at home, talking
Right.
to herself.
Yeah. And
About-
the mirror's distorted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's in a
The cracked version is like whatever personality,
Right.
and her is like the not cracked.
yes.
Yeah.
But basically, at this point, she's channeling kind of the bride at this wedding.
I guess she's
Mostly.
somehow channeling the victims at this point. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, but she goes to the celebrity wedding, and I should say it's a celebrity impersonator's wedding because like this car pulls up, and like out of it
Canopy.
gets
All the fake celebrities.
Yes.
I don't know. If it was a Michael Jackson impersonator, it's terrible. It's more like a fucking Rick James impersonator.
Yeah.
it was
Maybe it
just-
was supposed to be Rick James.
I'll go with
He
that.
had the one glove on.
No, he had
No,
two
he had
gloves.
two.
Did he?
Yeah,
Okay, well, then
I'm
it
saying
could be
this
Rick
dude was kind of Rick James.
I mean, he did have one glove on, but he also, had another glove on.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
There was, one
Madonna.
glove, quickly followed by another. Yeah, there was a Madonna wannabe, and then
There's
there's
only
like
one glove.
There's a really shitty like Jack Nicholson wannabe guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the fucking Rich Little of Jack Nicholson impersonators.
Fred Trevelyan.
Yeah. Frank Caliendo of Jack. Yeah. Yeah, and like there's a fucking clown there.
Mime.
Or a mime.
It's a mime.
Well, when we first see it, we're like a clown. And like they've got Miami Vice security working the door. Because like there's one giant like 300-pound all muscle black dude, and then like all these guys and like that say like have like security T-shirts and Don Johnson Miami Vice jackets on. Like they're pink security T-shirts with
Yeah.
the white
They're,
jacket.
they're white jacket. They're blue shirts.
Oh,
they're
were they
like
blue? Okay.
Yeah, they're bright blue, and they have like white letters on them that say security
Right.
or something.
I don't
Undercover.
know. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it's all dumb and
But
like
there's a guy announcing, like, if you are not on the list, you are not getting in.
Right.
And it's at that point you see that the mime has gotten in. And you're like, what in the fuck?
Yeah. Well, he didn't say a word.
He was
just walked
invited.
right in. Yeah.
The mime was on the
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
It's horseshit.
It's all right. Eventually, he just got stuck in an invisible box anyway.
yeah,
so.
he pretty much did.
But she grabs somebody's arm and is like doing this whole thing of like
She said something about Falcon Crest.
she said something like, when you kissed me on Falcon Crest, it was the best kiss I've ever had. And I'm like, I had to turn to Chuck because Chuck's Captain Old Man reference over here, and I was like, is that a guy? Is that a
It
thing?
is
A
a guy.
person I should know who it is?
It was someone who got special mention, like in the end credits, like special appearance by this dude.
Great.
Was it
Mark Lindsay Chapman?
Oh, okay.
Man, is who he played. Maybe he was known for Falcon
Yeah,
Crest.
he
Or
played
killing
famous
John
man.
Lennon.
Yeah, he was on Days of Our Lives for a long time,
What was his name?
That was
and he was okay. He was on
Mark
Falcon
David
Crest.
Chapman?
He was on Falcon Crest at the time this movie was made. So
Oh.
yeah.
Mark David Chapman.
So what a great joke that
Yeah,
held
I
up
don't-
for maybe about 6 months
right.
afterwards.
Anyway, she sneaks into the party on his arm, and he's just like, "Yeah, great, whatever." And so Remar tries to go inside, and it's stopped by the guy, and it actually becomes a pretty comical little bit. That's the weird thing about it. It's like stuff is funny and or odd or interesting where it probably shouldn't be.
This
like
fucking thing gets goofy.
There's a murder case happening here, and he gets stopped by the big giant security dude. And he's like trying to do the "Hey, look behind you." He's like, "No," and he's like, "What's that right behind you?" Or he's like, "Your shoes are untied." He's like, "No."
Loafers.
Yeah. And he's like, "House is on fire. It's insured."
Everything he's trying to get the
Like
guy's
not breaking
having
eye
it.
contact with
Yeah.
this dude, and like
He tells
by
Remar,
this-
"Look behind you."
he's like, "Oh yeah, right." Like, and you hear all these guns cocking, and it's all the Miami Vice security turn around, turn guns on him.
Yeah.
And so he goes away.
Yes.
All this is undone 5 seconds later because Crazy Lady has now decided to open up a side gate just as he's about to get in his car and give up.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Lets him in.
she's like, "Oh, I think maybe I do know you. Come on in."
Yeah. Whatever.
The plot is that the bad guy is on a hill like 300 yards away and is going to shoot the bride because they're having this weird hippie California wedding. Like,
Timothy Leary is playing the minister.
is that really? It really was him?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
thought it was just a wannabe, but I didn't realize it was
No,
actually
like-
him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Closest thing that wedding had to an actual celebrity.
Yeah.
All right.
Because there's
Timothy Leary.
there's like a fortune teller who kind of starts bleeding
God.
into her psychic powers. They kind of start converging,
Right.
and so like as the wedding is going on, you see the fortune teller is standing next to her fortune teller tent, and then all of a sudden the most comical like yoink into the tent,
Yeah.
like arm around her throat, yoink her into the tent.
Because her insight is something about the perfect hand.
Yes.
And so like she's like, "Oh, the fortune teller's reading palms." And,
Right, it's the oh my god, her, and so Remar.
And then they even linger on the shot for the mime, like he's doing like the thing. I'm like, "Oh my god, they're gonna kill the mime."
Yeah. It's like, wow, all the hands.
It's a terrible thing to waste.
Remar like interrupts the wedding and jumps into that tent, and it's just Falcon Crest dude making out with Gypsy
Yeah.
Lady, and he's like, "Oh, well,
Yeah.
sorry."
And as that happened, all
Wrong
the
tent.
security swarms on him.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
she
like,
sees the gleam of like a sniper rifle
Yeah.
from across this hill or whatever.
It's like,
and she's like, "It's the bride."
So they all
because they're doing this whole thing about like taking your hand and your perfect hand,
Yeah.
and
Hand in marriage.
hand
Yeah.
in marriage, and like into Mother Earth and all this
Marriage.
stuff, and your prenuptial agreement.
they all rush the
brings us
bride,
Yeah.
knock her over.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they dive on the bride, and Remar takes a shot in the shoulder.
Yes.
Night jump.
Now, okay, look. Mm-hmm. Everything we know about the serial killer before and everything we know about the serial killer after, this doesn't make a goddamn bit of sense.
Yeah.
Just all of a sudden, he's got a sniper rifle and he's going to kill someone very publicly at a wedding. That doesn't allow him to do any of the things he's looking to do.
Right.
Well,
Well, as you can
No,
see, it doesn't.
she-
It doesn't
He
work.
would get called in to take the photographs.
Yeah, but
hey, spoiler alert.
Damn it!
it's just it's dumb.
Anyway,
Yes.
this gets foiled. Remar's in the hospital briefly,
Smoking.
smoking in the hospital, and
And he's like, man, this oxygen tank's really crimping my style.
so she's like kind of determined that like she's going to go off on her own.
I'm gonna
Goes
get
to
cancer.
Well, yeah,
Here's
and
the
she's
place.
back to normal.
yes, she's now back
Like,
to normal.
Yeah,
Like,
she's not Hollywood star.
Yeah,
whatever.
she snapped out of it again.
She goes to see the chief. She goes to see Skinner and is like,
Well, before she does that, she goes and meets Remar, and then says like does the whole Vitruvian man thing. It's like,
Well, okay, that's
he's
where it
not
is.
he's not building a star. He's building a person,
yes,
and it has this overlay that she puts over the map. And
Right.
yes, she superimposed it.
yeah,
Fucking
That's what the goat was for earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it all makes sense now.
It does.
Superimpose that shit. But yes, whose phone?
I don't know.
I don't
Somebody's phone is doing it. Who's got it close to the mic?
not mine.
mine's on airplane.
It all stops when we start.
Yes.
Like-
when we acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, whose phone?
But yeah, that's where she comes up with Da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, and it's like overlaying. It's like he's collecting parts, but he needs 2 of everything because of this. And,
Yes.
or, you know,
Yeah. But also, like, Mackey's going to be thrown off the force. He's going
Man,
to
I hate when that happens.
that's
relegated to a desk job.
No, she doesn't know that yet because like she shares the information about the Vitruvian Man. Is like I've got it. It was the legs from the aerobic person,
Yeah.
the stomach from the person in the club, and the hands from here. He's all the body parts.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he raped the one because it was right. And he says something like it's like again, it's like a bad joke. It's like right for the crotch, huh? And it's like really like
Yeah, it's
that's weird.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
off color. Yeah, but,
Dude.
Yeah. But like so she's like, all right, well you're gonna be laid up in here for a little while, take it easy. So she goes to see Skinner and is like, all right, you know, I think I've got this, but you know, what can we do? And he's like, well, whatever. He's off the force.
Yeah.
Or somebody tells him that he's gonna be.
Remar.
Oh
does.
no, I think it's Mrs. Palmer. So
Oh,
it's like,
okay,
oh
she
yeah,
might,
yeah,
yeah.
he's gonna be kicked off the force
Right.
or whatever.
So she makes
goes
a
to
deal.
see Skinner and like, hey, what can we do? And it's all this like weird thing, like, oh yeah, if you want something, I want something. It's like, all in all, he wants her to like be the bait
Yeah.
to go hang out in the next spot she thinks it's going to happen and just stand there. And she's going to have officers watch her from the roof.
Yeah, because all of a sudden she starts channeling actual powers because he's like, okay, tell me. And she's like, okay, Hollywood Boulevard,
Yeah. Near here.
near this place. I don't know what time.
I don't know what time.
Around 12 o'clock.
Around noon.
Around noon.
What? So, okay,
Yeah.
go hang out there.
So she's just standing there, and like again, this is like I don't know if this is Wes Craven's doing or whomever's doing, but like this is like the craziest, stupidest cross section of crazy LA people.
Well,
And,
Hollywood Boulevard
it is
is
in
where the crazy
general,
people are.
yes, but I mean, it's just like they linger on it more than any other movie thing. Generally speaking, would, except for like The Fisher King, where it's about the crazy people
Yeah.
that live on the street. This is just like, oh, there's a guy muttering, and here's this thing happened over here, and all this stuff happening as she's walking down the street.
Yeah, every single person is crazy.
Right. Including her, I guess.
Yes.
But,
So she's in
just-
a trance. I mean,
she's kind of just standing there looking around like, oh, she's getting like more nervous because she's starting to clutch the walls and kind of walk up right at random people and they're like, what's up with you? And of course, right about then, that's when photographer guy shows up and is like, what are you doing here? This isn't safe. I'm
Yeah.
going to take you away.
Come on.
And all the cops up at the roof are like, oh, it's just him.
That's Martin.
Yeah, it's Martin.
Martin.
Oh,
Everything's
Martin.
cool. Yeah.
Oh, pfft. and
They're like, this is
and just
dumb.
let her go.
Yeah.
And with him.
Totally.
And it's like, and now Remar is like, I don't know, something sprung him into action because all of a sudden he's just like, where is she? I put it together somehow. Or
He's left the hospital. He got a call or something.
Yeah.
Or Mrs. Palmer came and talked to him.
Yeah, she came and talked to him, but I don't remember what she said that made him go, "Oh shit!"
yeah, there's some kind of trigger because like all of a sudden he's like, I need to find
Yeah. Well, he
he
was,
finds out that like she left with him or something.
Oh,
Huh?
It was the thing that makes him remember Martin was the
the crime scene
the
photos
crime scene
from
photo
the nightclub.
from the nightclub because the
The
girl
biker club.
was
that's
laying
right,
on her
right,
side
right,
when he
right.
found
Yeah,
her.
He found her, fetal position, and then
but the
she was
crime scene
slayed.
photos are, like the killer,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Wait.
son of a bitch.
Who would have had access? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like,
Then he discovers what we've known since Martin first showed up.
right, yeah.
That it's Martin.
I like that the movie kept trying to I was thinking the movie was going to misdirect us and like do something else.
TV movie.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nope.
Anyway, like, so he's on a mad chase to find Martin, and in the process of doing this, he goes back to the to the police station. Basically runs up and grabs Skinner, and he's like, I need to know where he lives. He's like, get out of here. You're so confined to a desk from now on. You're never doing anything else. He pins him up against the wall and grabs him in the dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Skinner gets pinned up, or Skinner
Yeah.
pins him up against the wall.
is holding him
and then-
on like his shoulder wound.
Yeah,
He's
and-
like, and he's like, he basically Stacker Pentecosts him. He's like, don't you ever fucking touch me again.
Yeah.
And that's when he immediately, the camera starts emergency zooming in as he grabs him by the balls. And Skinner's just like,
He lives over here.
Right.
And so he gets the address and goes, of course, bolting over there.
hold on.
Yeah.
He goes bolting by jumping in his police car and
Oh, yeah.
taking off. And as he's pulling out of the parking lot, fucking
Almost runs over 3 cops.
yes, who all stunt dive out of the way.
They know, like, oh shit, it's Mackie, run.
Yes. And then as he's pulling out of the exit of the parking lot, smashes fucking T-bones a garbage truck.
Gets out, yells, like, kicks his car like 2 times, like, you son of a bitch, and then like yells at the guy driving down the road. He's like, up yours, buddy, or whatever. Just keeps driving.
The garbage truck's like,
He's
Yeah,
fine.
the garbage truck's
Yeah, the
like,
garbage
"Fuck
truck's
you."
like, hey man, you drove into me.
You hit me and I'm a garbage truck, so whatever. So
Can't
like
trash it any more than it is.
here comes a convertible down this side street, and he just immediately jumps out. It's
Right.
like, give me your car.
And again, chance for wacky, because the guy gets out, is like, take anything except for my wife's something.
My wife's car.
My wife's car.
And the girl in the car is like, your wife.
Yeah.
Steals their car.
Yep.
Takes off.
Yeah, takes off, gets to the, and like, again, has to stop and interact with crazy people on Hollywood Boulevard. Like, has to ask like the celebrity maps guy how to get into this building, just to have another person that talks in this
Yeah.
movie.
Hey, you want to buy a map?
Yeah. I'll show you where Elvis's house is. He's still alive.
Yeah.
And he goes running up and goes running upstairs and gets to the roof just about the time she's snapped into. She's been hanging out on the roof with she's gone back with crazy guy, gone to his apartment. He's shown her like the serial killer photo montage, the scrapbooking that he's been doing.
Yeah. And she's still in a trance. She's just like,
She's like, oh, okay.
my face
So
is gonna
I'm
be the
crying,
face.
but like I'm still curious about all this. This seems beautiful, and let's go up to the roof where you can take my picture, and I'll join the angels or whatever. I don't know.
yeah.
She's just like all victimed out. So like, whatever. I'm in this. I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm cool with whatever's going on.
Yeah, I guess
here.
it's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
Even though I'm
And,
gonna die.
Yep.
And then she hears Remar saying a speech, and then she echoes it in her own like normal voice, not playing a part or whatever. Of like, you've got to be yourself. That's the only way you're gonna survive. And
She becomes a cop
yeah,
again.
Yeah, she's never really a cop.
No,
right?
but she becomes a partner.
But she's like, starts like, hey, we're calling the station. We're done. You're done here. And he goes like trying to tackle her, and she almost like just whoops him right off the like olays him off the roof, because
I thought that's what was going to happen. I thought she was just going to whoop.
Yeah, it seemed like it was she's just going to step out of the way, and he was going to go flying off the roof because they were right on the edge.
Yep.
And then no, he like fights back a little bit, and she clocks him with his camera. You
Yes.
know, and like
Right in the gut.
and then that's when like Remar comes in, and it's just like, I don't know, they capture her. Oh no,
No, they go over the. No.
yeah, they all
Hold
go
on.
over. They all both
Yes.
of them go over the edge, and Remar catches her.
Right. Remar has her. Martin is holding onto her legs, and
Her
Remar.
mom jean.
Yeah, Remar is screaming at him. Just let go. Save yourself the gas chamber.
Electric chair.
No,
No,
gas
he
chamber.
just
says
gas
gas
chamber?
Yeah,
Okay.
gas chamber. Yeah.
I thought it was electric chair.
So
But that's
That's a great
I just
line.
love that delivery, because they're literally dangling off a building. He goes, just let go.
just let go.
Save yourself from the gas chamber.
And eventually he slips.
Well, eventually
and-
she's like, "You gotta let us go because you're slipping off the." And she's like, "Why aren't you letting me go?" He's like, "You're my partner.
You're my partner."
We go. We both. You go. I go."
Yes. Yeah. But eventually just Martin
Yeah.
slips and falls all the way down through a newsstand, which kind of explodes. Not in a fireball, but in just newspaper everywhere. So yeah, Martin's dead. And then it's just standard like TV show wrap up, like, hey partner, good job, shake my hand, let's go, walk down the street. We're gonna have further adventures as soon as we get our show picked up. Da, da, da.
Yeah, and I'm cured of being weird and victim-y.
Until next week, when it all starts again. Freeze frame credits.
Yeah.
Freeze frame.
Yeah, and as that was happening, that was the first time I knew that it was a pilot.
Yeah.
I just thought we were watching a TV movie.
Nah, you figure you got this dangling escaped killer, killed her whole family. That doesn't get resolved.
Sure.
You know.
Okay.
There's the missing.
Well, now I know.
Yeah, there's no resolution. This isn't Wheels of Terror,
No.
where everything's going to explode by the end.
No. This is just, we solved this one thing. What's next? You know, and I'm sure every week it would have been like Quantum Leap Light. You know, it's just like, the serial killer is stalking trapeze artists, and we have to go to the
suddenly
circus.
learns to be a trapeze. Yes.
Yeah, just every week it would have just been another dumb thing.
God, I'd watch the fuck out of that show.
I sure would.
Yeah.
This is the saddest thing ever because I just want to watch the show. Night, Mr. Night, Mr. Night and Mrs. Vision.
Maybe Netflix could finally put it into production. Pick it up.
Next week on Night and Vision.
I'm sure James Remar's like, dude.
I'm down.
Yeah.
There's probably like 6 completed scripts in a vault somewhere. You know, they had like
sure.
They had
Fuck, we could write a script. We could write this show every week.
I believe we could.
Yeah, I would do that.
I have no doubt.
Hey, what are we going to do for the next scene? Explosions.
Yep.
Like 10 of them.
Just nothing but.
And
Each one
then
fills the
quip.
Yes. High five,
Some
freeze frame,
high five.
credits.
Yeah.
Someone calls James Remar a loose cannon, and we're done here.
Yes. Yeah.
We can get Skinner, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be in for it.
Yeah.
He's not doing the X-Files, right?
No, he's in
He'll
the
be in the
X-Files.
X-Files.
Oh, he's in the new X-Files.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's only
The
6
next
episodes.
files.
Yeah, he'll be
They're
done.
pretty much done
Yeah.
with
By
that.
the
He's got
time we
plenty
get
of
this
time.
thing into pre-production, he'll be available.
Yeah.
Oh, that absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so
rating, yeah.
ratings. I'll go.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this 4 jocks. This is a dumb move. I mean, it's what we do. It's bad, but
It's what we do.
it's start to finish entertaining. There's a couple of dry patches where it's just like a bunch of people just standing around looking at things and thinking to themselves, which is not good for any visual medium. But like the movie itself is entertaining. It does entertaining things, and you can have fun making fun of it when it's not doing it by itself. And you know, I mean, you look at Wes Craven's career, it's weird how often he went from like theatrical to TV movies. He did a lot of TV movies, you know. I mean, he helped us out when we were looking for that 4th health spa murder movie. So,
Invitation to Hell.
yeah, you know, he worked. Sometimes he just was a hired gun, just I'm going to do this thing. And that's what this is. And it's all right. So it's both good and good bad.
I'm going to 100% echo that. I was like on the exact same page. I kind of love this stupid little movie. Like 4 jocks for me as well. At the beginning with James Remar's loose cannonness, I was like, this is going to be a 5 jocks fucking movie. This is kind of amazing how loose cannon he is. But it tapered off and it became the Sally Powers show for a while, and it's still good. Like, I mean, it's convoluted, it's stupid. It's like it's a reason for her to like get into different get-ups and act different ways.
They're setting up the gimmick, though.
But it's still fun, and it's not dumb like Second Sight or Loose Cannons or, you know, these other things where it's like, I'm going to go into a wacky character now, and it's not going to make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
It at least kind of makes sense, and it's tapered just enough that it's not insane. It's not like, you know, completely stupid.
It's still pretty stupid.
pretty
It's
stupid.
dumb,
I mean,
but she's not over the top. She's
No.
not like, oh, now I'm flamboyant, whatever thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
I will
saying,
accept
like,
that.
and you have to admit, she
She's
doesn't.
playing.
Sorry.
No, she's playing characters, not caricatures.
Right. That's what I
Right.
mean. Yes.
Yep.
And she actually does, like, for her part, she does a pretty good job of slipping in and out of these characters.
Yeah.
Like she's doing a passable acting job.
Yes.
Well, it's more than passable. It's a fairly competent acting job for all these, which is pretty impressive. Because usually in something like this, we'll get somebody doing a bad caricature.
Yes.
And it's just
God, can you envision the opening credits of the actual show, like just montage of all her different things that she's doing?
different outfits.
Yes,
and
Exactly.
And him running, like sliding into
Yep.
the room, going, "Oh!"
Like
what?"
her at the rodeo, just like, oh my god, I'm on a thing, and him running in and jumping and saving her off.
Right.
Buffalo or whatever.
Well, that many thoughts. Where's your rating?
You know, I'm somewhere in between a 3 and a 4, and I'm still kind of trying to figure it out.
Well, this would be where we do.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to do. There weren't any like huge. I think all of the things that are quote unquote wrong with this movie are a victim of it being on TV. Like, there's you know, there aren't a big bunch of huge screen filling explosions, unfortunately. It's sort of tempered, I guess, in its tone. Like, it can't be as evil as I think it wants to be, or as scary as I think it wants to be, because it's set up a pretty fucked up premise. Like, this guy is a super fucking creep, and if it had not been on TV, I think we would have gotten a more sinister version of it. However, that may have backed off the lightheartedness and the jokiness and the fun quips. But all in all, like, I was surprised by how inoffensive this was. I think I'll go ahead and give it 4 jocks. Sort of a light 4 jocks, if you will.
Diet 4 jocks.
Diet 4 jocks, yes. Contains no aspartame. All natural, artificial sweeteners. But yeah, I think it gets 4 jocks. The loose cannonness and the quips sort of really sold me for most of this movie. But
Canonidity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
loose canonity,
Canonity.
canonit. But yeah, 4 jocks. It really made me want to see the actual TV series. Like, I would have watched this, and
Yeah.
would probably now, if they announced that they were doing this TV show,
I don't
I'd
think
watch
it's
it.
going to happen.
I'd pay the extra $4 Hulu for TV for ad-free versions of this show.
Yeah. There you go.
There's that plug.
Good job.
By the way, Hot Podcast
Yes, our sponsor. Got to get him in.
brought to you by Hot Pockets.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, Mackie, since you're the star of this movie.
Mackie.
Yeah. Despite having my name in it and all that fun, and despite the fact that I would watch this show if it was on, I'm only giving this 2 jocks because it drags a bit, and it's so disorienting for so long, like with certain scenes where it's just like, I don't know why we're here, you know. And eventually it does explain it, but for the first half of the scene, you're just trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Well, the
But-
aerobic scene, that was probably the worst one of that, because
Yeah.
like that was the first one, and they don't bother to set it up at all. It's just like, you're suddenly here now, and why? And okay, you're teaching a good class.
Yeah. For like a pilot, you need to hard sell your premise.
Yeah, and I don't like that Remark just continually got more and more toned down as it went on.
Yeah.
Because when it starts out, I'm just like, yeah, fuck, this guy's awesome. I love this guy. And then by the end, you're just like, nah,
Yeah.
he's reduced to, oh, he's got to go save her.
Right.
You know?
Well, they replaced his alcohol with iced tea.
Yeah.
That's why he mellowed out.
I did like how
Let's see if he
disgusted he
notices.
was with it too.
Yes.
like the man takes a swig of iced tea and spits it out like it's poison.
He's like, what is this?
And he's like, "Where's my whiskey? God damn it!" Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's to me it was only 2 jocks. Like I didn't get the same enjoyment you guys got out of it. Sorry.
Hey.
Now if they'd blown
You should
something up-
apologize.
if they
I
had,
want a
if-
letter.
If that newspaper stand had exploded when
Yes.
that dude hit it,
Yes.
4 jocks.
Yeah.
But
The
it
dude should have
did
had
not.
like grenades in his belt or something.
Yeah.
Just they all go off.
But yeah, and I will say,
Or he should have landed on the BMW, and that could have exploded.
I will say, let go, save yourself. The gas chamber is.
Yeah.
If I'm ever dangling a dude off a building that has killed someone, I'm going to yell that to them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Good.
going to throw this out there. I mean, feel free. You may even have an answer. Like, this, I think, is the best TV movie I've ever seen. Name me one better. I mean, TV
Wheels
movie?
of Terror.
Yeah, Wheels of Terror.
Wheels of Terror?
Wheels
Yes.
of Terror.
Wheels of Terror. That first half sucks, but that second half
Yeah.
makes up for that 10 times over.
Yeah.
10 times over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is up there. This was surprising to me because I know we didn't like Invitation to Hell that much. It had some moments, but not enough. This is a lot better than I figured it was going to be.
Sure.
I mean, it didn't get picked
Yeah.
up for a reason. You're
Invitation to Hell, the problem is the budget.
Yeah.
Like the Invitation to Hell sets up some awesome stuff that it can't possibly pay off because it's on a TV movie budget.
Right.
Whereas this never aspires to do any of that.
and I'm talking strictly TV movie. It can't be like a miniseries or
Oh, I
I'm
know.
not counting that.
yeah,
Something can be an hour and a half on videotape.
yeah.
Yep.
That's a thinker.
But
All right.
thanks, Wes Craven.
Yeah. Thanks for Night Visions and the other things.
Night Vision.
Yeah. Some of those other movies.
Yeah.
We've seen some. All right, let's take a break, shall we?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, my head.
Oof. It's killing me.
I am happy to report I have nothing for the second half.
We have some correspondence, right?
Yeah, we got a couple. We have an anti-recommendation.
Oh, good.
I have one movie.
I have zero.
And you have a movie series running.
You sent me that message about Turbo Kid. I
Yeah.
guess I should say this
It's
into
on
the
Amazon
microphone.
now.
Yeah. In case anybody hasn't heard, Turbo Kid, that movie. I think you guys talked about it last. You briefly mentioned
Yeah,
it,
somebody emailed us about it.
talking about wanting to see it.
but I sort of
You
Didn't
were
remember-
ignoring us, I know.
yeah, I didn't remember any of the conversation, and you sent me that message. I was like, nah. But then I saw like on Twitter or something. It's on Amazon Prime for free.
Yeah, I might have to look into that. Report back next week.
Yeah. Also, happy Mad Max Day yesterday, everyone. Fury Road Day. Oh, what a day! What a lovely day! My toenails are painted chrome in honor of it.
They are. I've seen the picture. Yeah, I still don't have a copy. I'm hoping for one for my birthday. We'll see. Mad Max?
Oh, I haven't bought it yet.
No. Somebody has it.
It's going to be $7 at Christmas. So
Take all my money, Mad Max.
Did you get the regular one or the 3D?
Fuck 3D.
I was going to pick it up yesterday when I got the game if they'd still had the steelbook, but those were long gone.
Yeah.
I asked about it too.
Is it all Chrome?
No.
That'd be sweet if it was all
It
Chromebook.
comes in a Chromebook.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
It's damn ultraviolet.
What's wrong?
Yeah, ultraviolet sucks. Yeah, fuck ultraviolet. I thought I'd get lucky and get IQ.
Ultraviolet's fucking everywhere.
No, it still sucks.
Okay.
Don't like it. Can't download. Or you can, but it's complicated.
Welcome back to the podcast, me. It's good to have you back.
Ultraviolet does not give you a Hulu one, right?
Oh, what? What?
Not Hulu. What am I thinking? Voodoo.
Well, Voodoo, your stuff is accessible through Voodoo. Like Voodoo, you can pair your Ultraviolet account to it.
It's just a way
Okay.
you can happen to watch your ultraviolet things. It's not like
Yeah.
you get a copy on Voodoo. It's just Voodoo allows you to.
You can
also-
redeem it through Voodoo, and
Okay.
it's basically wherever there's Ultraviolet.
But Ultraviolet only streams, right? Like you can't have a downloaded copy on
There
Ultraviolet.
is an offline version on like the apps, but it's such a shit app. It's like you're lucky if the download.
Shap.
It is a shit.
Yep.
Easy to redeem. I like. Pro tip, everyone. That's what QR codes were invented for. Redeeming digital copies of things.
Yeah.
It's the fucking best. Because you just snap that picture of the thing, and like not only does it take you to the site, but it's like already got the code in it. And it's just
Yep.
like, yeah, where you want this? iTunes, Ultraviolet, where the fuck you want it?
Yep.
Do it.
Yep.
That X-Men Days of Future Past one was like the best. When I saw that for the first time, I was like, this is the greatest. Why don't they all like this?
It's the greatest.
It is the greatest.
So good.
My life is fulfilled.
Yep. I don't have anything unless we do TV talk. I don't care if we do TV talk or not.
I
We
got
can make
one
it short.
movie and then
We can make it short. It's fine.
correspondence, I guess.
All right.
My movie is short.
Okay.
Everyone can figure out what it is.
Can I?
Yeah, I think you
Can I? This is what you were doing earlier?
What?
Filling in earlier? I don't know what you watched.
Oh, no, it's not Bring. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about Bring It On.
And
should.
you did hear us discussing that earlier, that Turbo Kid is on Amazon
I
free.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that work? How's it free? I mean,
It's
on Prime.
yeah, all right.
Prime, motherfucker.
Prime paid him some money.
I guess we're getting some money. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So,
Hot
let's see what's
podcast.
happened over here.
Over where?
Over here, where I come here and I go, we don't need that poster anymore, and we don't need this, and we might need this.
We don't need this. Meh.
I watched the beginning of Purple Rain again.
That's in the soundtrack like twice.
Yeah, that soundtrack's kind of been stuck on for a while.
I listened to the Prince Ultimate Collection.
I don't
Yeah?
know what that is.
It's his greatest hits compilation with a bunch of remixes and.
That
Does it
sounds
stop at
terrible.
1992?
Yes. It does. Yeah,
Yep.
7 is, I think, is the last track.
Yep, I was going to say.
Yeah.
And then you watch it fall.
Mhm.
Did you stand in the way of love?
Yes.
We will smoke you all.
Intellect.
It's sad, like, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, he's listening to that one.
That's
He's
exactly what I was
listening to
saying.
Seven.
Yep. It's just every once in a while, man, someone works a word into a song, or I'm just like, fuck, yes.
What?
That word.
What word? is
Savoir faire.
this? Savoir-faire?
Yeah.
They might be giants did that too.
But they don't rock as hard as
What about au contraire, mon frere?
Oh,
Hate to
Contraire,
mon
mon frère.
Hate to disappoint
Filling
you.
me up with your savoir faire. I don't know the song in question. I'm just,
Yeah.
That's
I
that's
just-
actually,
That, you,
Probably
you just
pretty
did
close.
Every
Yeah.
Day Might Be
Yeah.
Giant
Yes.
song.
Every day might be giant song, all wrapped into one.
That's it.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
boom.
Are we good to go?
Sure.
Cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Somebody clap that has
We're
all
great.
their appendages and is
We're just-
maybe an ABBA clapper.
It's time
We're
to
great.
do the second half of the podcast now.
All right, and welcome back.
Hey,
BMFcast. Second half.
Hey, half number 2.
It sure is.
2 of 2. Or 3.
Yep. That's where we talk about other things,
Right.
Yeah.
of which none of us bothered to
No,
watch things.
not a fucking
I
thing.
bothered.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you did.
So nobody bothered? No.
Well, Chuck, you've been watching stuff for your series.
Oh, now stop.
It started in
Hey,
September.
yeah.
What? Oh, yeah.
that's right.
That's
it
like
did.
now.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/watercooler.
So have there been 2 of 31 so far?
As of this recording, yes.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
How many more
As
are
of the
getting
release,
flagged?
there will be more.
All of them. I expect my channel to be closed by the end of the month.
Sweet.
So
Is that where you're doing it early so you can do the real one with a new channel on October 1st?
No, I'm just doing it because Mackie said, "Hey, why don't you do it a month early?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all right." So
Listen
You wanted
to
to play
that guy.
Rock Band.
I do want to play Rock Band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you can.
Now I can.
So is the 31 just October 1st?
October 1st will be the last one. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll still be 31 videos.
All right. I was just checking.
Yeah.
And also,
What?
I don't know if you guys heard, but Chuck is giving away a whole heap
Oh.
and hell of a lot of fantastic garbage. Hashtag
Hashtag
fantastic
fantastic
garbage.
garbage.
So if you're so inclined, you can go to youtube.com/watercooler and look for the video where he tells you how to win fantastic.
Can I be shrunk down really, really small and injected into your garbage?
If you want.
You already are garbage, so you belong
Hashtag
there.
fantastic boys garbage.
Yeah. Not in
We're
the
all
How we gonna
doing
get
this.
there? We ain't
We're all
got
doing
no
this because
garbage,
Chuck
fool.
won't.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck
And also,
will not shamelessly self-promote
Yeah.
himself on the podcast.
Not
so-
on the podcast. no.
apologies if you're outside
But you
the
promote
US.
our podcast on your
You
channel,
do.
so
So
we're
it's
shamelessly
only fair that we
promoting.
return the favor.
That's why I
Yeah, this is why we didn't have anything in
Yeah.
the second half. We just want to talk about 31
Yeah.
and 31,
Yeah.
Chuck.
Chuck,
Great.
this is our reach around for you.
Oh, good. Finally. So,
Okay, and now it's done.
okay, great.
Yeah, I
Yes.
hope you
If you're
enjoyed it.
outside the
Jeez.
U.S.,
And I'm spent.
you cannot win his contest.
No.
So sorry.
Sorry.
Because our customs officials are dicks and will charge him lots of money. to
Yeah,
send
I
these
just don't have
things.
the money for that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's real cheap to send it within our borders, but outside of our borders.
I mean, if you want to facilitate perhaps a mule to get it across lines, you could.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you know
You could work
someone
that
like
out.
If
near
you know
the
a
border,
guy who will eat DVDs and then
and then poop them out
like
for you.
yeah, like just put them in a balloon and eat them.
3 days later.
And
This is why the mini disc revolution almost took off.
Almost.
Almost.
yes.
Almost.
The smuggling was actually the reason that
Too
they
many
stopped
people
doing
died.
mini discs. They were-
Really could explain the thumb drives and
Yeah.
torrents thing more, but
Yeah.
You can just throw the DVDs
Yeah.
across over the border. Just
Could. We should. I'll drone them over.
Yeah, there
I'll
you
just-
go. That won't be an international incident.
No,
or
no
anything.
one will notice.
You won't end up in federal pound you in the ass prison for that one.
Packages by drone over the Mexican border should be fine.
Yeah.
be fine.
It's going to Mexico. That's not suspicious.
Right.
Going there,
Right.
it has to be nothing, you know?
Yeah, it's just a weather balloon.
Yeah, exactly.
And something fell off of it
And it happened to be.
across the border.
Are they
50
smuggling
DVDs.
drugs? Are they smuggling
It happened to
drugs
be-
out of the country?
It happened to be a heroin balloon full of DVDs. Who knew?
That is really
It
weird.
happens.
I'm just a patsy.
Yeah.
So, I watched a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's right. We do that.
Yeah.
I imagine you've watched several movies.
I watched a bunch of those, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm going to talk about a not horror movie.
He talks about it at youtube.com/watercooler.
God damn it. Anyway,
Gotcha,
so
buddy.
I've been watching the Hobbit movies, and it was time to watch
Oh,
the
God.
third Hobbit movie.
Oh,
The
another
final-
74 hours of your life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chuck.
right.
The final Hobbit movie. The Battle of the 15 Armies, or whatever.
Is it 7? Is it actually 7?
Five.
Five armies there are.
But there's only 4 that show up.
Pretty much, yeah. There's one
Yeah.
that's kind of talked about, but I don't know which one it really
I know.
is.
Remember when there was one army that didn't show up?
Yes.
That's when they were fighting themselves.
Right. So it's weird. The second one kind of ends not with an ending. It's just like Smaug is like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fuck shit up, bitches. See ya.
Yeah.
And the Hobbit's
Cliffhanger.
like, oh shit, what have we done? And then that's how that ends. So like the first 5 minutes of the next one is dealing with that,
Yeah.
and then after that, it's
Hashtag?
just it's
Hashtag dragon glasses?
yes. But then after that, it's just fucking battle. It's 2.5 hours of CG bullshit fighting other CG bullshit.
Oh, that sucks.
Awesome.
And it's just I was
And
so
that is the shortest of all the movies.
yes, it is, and it feels like the longest because it has no structure. It's just deal with the crap that we didn't finish in the second one, and now just gigantic battle sequence. And man, I was so numb by the end of this, just like sitting there, just leaning against my fist, like why, what, who likes this? What is happening?
We've been asking that for, a couple weeks now. Why you're watching these.
It's culturally relevant. I want to stay.
They're not. They're
The
not.
Hobbit ones are not.
Well, I know that now.
Yeah.
You knew that
I
3
mean-
weeks ago when you said you were thinking about watching
I had to finish the journey.
they have that dude from Into the Storm in them, and that's about it.
That's true. Yes. I was I was starting to get mad thinking they were going to do like an hour of bridging bullshit. And now we're going to
Oh, no.
reference all the things.
Nope.
But they do one really, really bad scene of, hey, maybe after we're done here, you should go meet this guy who's called this, and you can find him
Yeah.
here. And it's like, really?
I remember complaining.
Just
about
tell me
that
what
one.
guy that is so I don't...
When he tells him, he tells Orlando
watch
Bloom
this
to
shit.
go find Aragorn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You may know him as Strider.
Right.
Really? They said those words?
It's
and
just
then-
it's an entire scene of that.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, because most
Because
of
it's the dude from *Halt and Catch Fire* telling him that.
yes.
Because all the people that watch Lord of the Rings really remember him being called Strider.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Totally. That was played up so heavy in the movie.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So, the only real thing that kind of woke me up to where I was like, ooh, besides the Smaug stuff, because all that facial animation and interaction is still really great. I just want Benedict Cumberbatch to play dragons and everything. I just want everything to
Imagine
be a dragon.
Dragons.
I'm not
Do
doing
you like Imagine Dragons?
Never heard of them.
Oh, that's a good defense for that.
Do you prefer tapes or CDs?
That's like the
MP3s.
Damn.
but during the battle sequence,
trying
okay, so
Put your balls on.
Yeah, CD.
Yeah. Peter Jackson, stop trying to put your balls on.
Yeah. CD's nuts.
The Battle of the Five Armies.
The Battle of CD's nuts.
An unexpected journey. Or there and back again.
the two towers indeed.
Too soon, Chuck.
So
nuts.
there's There's a part in the battle bullshit. I'm just going to talk. You guys can just yuck it up.
All right.
Yeah, imagine Dragon D's nuts on your face. That's the punchline.
I'm out. I'm leaving.
You ask somebody if they like Imagine Dragons, and when they say yes, you say, Imagine
we know.
Dragon D's nuts on your
We
face.
know the joke.
No, I feel like I have to explain it to you guys.
I get it.
It gets funnier when I explain it.
Believe me, we get it. We get it. So that's The Hobbit, huh, Chuck?
We give so little shit about The Hobbit. We give so little shit.
Yeah.
So honestly, what happened, Chuck?
Okay, hold on. There's a point in the battle towards the end that woke me up because the giant eagles show up again, and you're
Okay.
like, oh, cool, the eagles are back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Oh, the Owls of
Hotel
Kahuli from last
California.
episode.
yeah,
Desperado.
right. All of those
They
things.
came to their senses.
Uh-huh. And
We are such assholes. Oh my god. So yeah,
Yeah.
so Glenn Fry shows up. And what happens?
Glenn Fly.
Oh yeah. No, that's the Japanese version.
All right. It was good knowing everybody. Bye. Goodbye, podcast world.
We're doing so good until the racism meter
We almost
pegged.
made it to 300. It's all right.
Shut it down, huh? Yeah, Glenn Fly.
so. Fuck it, I don't care. Let's do correspondence.
No, now I need to know, Chuck.
Yeah, what happened in the battle, Chuck?
The Eagles fly in.
Fine. The Eagles fly in to save the day, and the way they do it is they're dive bombing the orcs with fucking bears. Like they've got bears raging in their talons, and they just drop them onto orcs.
Would you say they had bears in their talons? Yep.
End it.
They just couldn't
I'm
bear
done.
it anymore.
Play the theme. We're done.
YouTube.com/watercooler.
No! Stop it!
What, you don't want to be associated with us now, Chuck?
I don't want to be associated with it.
Oh, please.
No, you're right. I don't care.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Imagine Dragons.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Hobbit story.
Hobbit story.
Imagine dragons.
The story of the Hobbit.
Yes.
Imagine dragon.
Imagine dragons bearing down on you.
Imagine dragging those bears on your face.
That's a whole different scene,
Yeah,
man.
okay.
that's... Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy. So,
Yeah.
I finished The Hobbits.
Good job.
Thanks.
Way
Yeah,
to-
what
way
did
to
you
go.
think?
Not good. Not good.
That's too bad. So you guys want a voicemail from Tim?
I would love a voicemail
Sure.
from
Oh
Tim.
my God. Man, Tim's back.
Awesome.
Tim called back.
See how much more we care about listening to that?
Does anybody know what time it is? It's Tim time.
Tim time.
Sorry, Chuck. But it's true. Sorry, Chuck, but it's true. I didn't hold on. I didn't get the damn MP3. Nobody told me.
It's all getting edited out anyway.
I know.
Second half is going to be like 4 minutes long in the final edit.
Chuck will go, it'll be me. So what did you think?
Yeah.
He'll go,
It wasn't
good.
very good.
so do you want a voicemail from Tim?
I love a voicemail from Tim.
Yeah, Imagine Dragons.
Robot Jocks.
And next guy goes, what about I just do that? I'll try that.
All right, here comes the voicemail from Tim.
Yeah, this is Tim from upstate New York. I called last week, and I had the honor of having my voicemail played on your show, but y'all busted my hump because I at the end of my rant about the movie Armageddon, I said, this is about Armageddon, directed by Michael Bay. As if you didn't know, but I realized I hadn't said, up to that point, I hadn't said the director's name. I didn't say what the movie is about. I didn't say any actors in the movie. I just said the name Armageddon over and over again. There's 6 movies, at least 6 movies, in Internet Movie Database with that title. It could have been any of those. And as much as y'all have had movies on your show with titles of famous other movies, but you did the lesser known version of a title, you should know, hey, you got to differentiate these things. Quit busting my hump. Crash and burn. Peace.
Tim,
Well played, sir. Well played.
Yes.
Yes,
We
you
get-
could have been referring to Alien Armageddon, or maybe Carmageddon, as in like bad karma.
Oh,
Carmageddon, Space Armageddon, Armageddon from 1997,
right.
Barmageddon,
Oh, you mean Michael Bay's Armageddon?
Farmageddon,
Ooh.
The Minion, aka Armageddon, Warlock, the Armageddon,
Yeah.
and then of course Michael Bay's Armageddon.
Not from 1997? What year was that?
98.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
No.
I like that Tim isn't afraid to take us to task.
That's fine.
Hey, sometimes we get a little out of control.
We do. I mean, apparently,
take a joke too
apparently
far.
before you called, you not listened to the next week where we showered numerous praises upon you
Yeah.
and said that we wanted to have an entire segment.
Yeah, we're just funning
Tim's
with you,
Tales
Tim.
from
Yeah.
Tinseltown, I believe it was.
Tim's
Yeah.
Tales from
The
Tinseltown.
new
Right.
Triple T. The new more PC Triple T.
Yes. We like you, Tim.
No,
Yeah.
this is 4 T's.
Tim's Tales. Well, Tinseltown's one word.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Good point.
Well said.
Yeah.
Tim's Tales from Tinseltown. It's the 4 T's in the 40s. Da-da-da-da-da.
Sorry, Tim. We will stop busting your hump.
Yeah, no humps
buddy.
will be busted going forward, except for Chuck's.
Well,
Always mine.
yeah.
his lovely lady
Got to
lumps.
keep my hump in check. Otherwise, it just gets all over the place.
It gets all lumpy. We don't want you to get your
No.
hump to get too
Don't
lumpy.
worry, we'll never give you sanctuary.
Oh, I get it. Quasimodo.
We
Yeah,
might bust
yeah,
your hump again.
You're right.
That was a
you know.
Quasimodo
You're right.
reference.
You got it.
Good one.
Oh, thanks. All right. Next one's up from BJ's buddy Yuri.
Hey, Jerry.
Yep. Who says, no subject.
Yeah.
Hey, man. That's what the subject is.
Keeping it real.
No subject. He says, you know the type of sci-fi horror movie that's usually like a direct-to-video or TV movie, where they have some isolated location with a lot of small rooms and endless corridors, where there's some threat and a bunch of people have to investigate. So it's mostly just people walking and talking and building up some menace that's almost always something underwhelming. Also, have you ever seen a movie that stars like a really great actor or a bunch of them, but they aren't given anything to work with, and it's frustrating as hell? Like you want a person to do what they're great at, but the movie just won't let that happen. Ghosts of Mars is both those things. Someone keeps recommending that one, and I just don't get it at all. Sure, Desolation Williams, whatever. It's John Carpenter's follow-up to Vampires. So yeah, it's that. It's the underperforming era his. Vampires at least has James Woods going crazy and not giving a fuck, because he knows that he was in a terrible movie. But in Ghosts of Mars, poor Natasha Henstridge is trying her pretty little ass off to make this thing work, but she just can't pull anything off. She's terrible, and it's almost entirely her walking around and blah. Statham, you'll keep forgetting that he's even in the movie, and he's given nothing to work with. It's that weird era when Hollywood just didn't know what to do with him, so they stuck him in movies like Cellular and that Italian Job remake. Bet you forgot he was in that one. And he isn't terrible in those. He isn't capable of being terrible, but he isn't the Statham we know and love either. If you want a hack John Carpenter movie that is bad, and you might even laugh a few times, go for Vampires or Escape from L.A. If you want silly fun Natasha Henstridge movie, go with that Van Damme one, or even like Species 2. You know the only way I can recommend this one is that if you liked Ice Cube and Triple X 2, then boy do I have a movie for you. I don't like Ghost of Mars. It's that cheap DTV style of mystery sci-fi horror that almost never works. And I know theatrical film, but it sure doesn't feel like one. No. Yuri.
No.
No. All right.
So yeah, that's a very firm anti-recommendation for Ghosts of Mars.
Just for the record, I actually brought up the movie Cellular the other day, and I was talking about things that are better than you think they should be. I kind of like that little movie. I was
Cellular?
I was having like a weird conversation. I was like, somebody brought up like,
Is that a movie about cellular phones?
It's that movie with Chris Evans. It's got Kim Basinger in it. It's like
The only tie I have to that is I own the shirt that William H. Macy wears in that movie.
Well, there you go.
The very shirt?
Yeah.
The one actually
Like
worn
my
by
parents bought it at a prop warehouse when they were out in
Why
California.
did they buy that? That's the
I
weirdest
don't know.
thing.
It's a nice looking shirt. It's a little
Sure.
small. He's a small fella.
He's a wee man.
But that's
Yeah.
so weird.
Are you seeing it? It's like a green pattern shirt.
All right.
It's a nice shirt.
Okay.
It is.
Well,
And you
I've still
There's a
never
movie
seen
that
the
goes
movie.
along
your
with
nipples have occupied the same space that William H. Macy's once did.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So I've rubbed nipples with William H. Macy.
Yeah.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
sweet.
That means I've rubbed nipples.
Yeah,
with
but I
William
was
H.
going to say, by
transitive
association,
property, yeah.
that means...
Hot damn.
Did we play 6 Degrees of
Of William H. Macy's nipples. We're all now
Yeah.
I feel good about it.
1, 2 hops.
Yeah. Like, he was all over Maria Bello in that one movie.
Oh no, I'm just relating this to William H. Macy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, no. Maria, him and her.
I don't care about who. I care
was-
about
that
how
was
many
the 6
hops
degrees. That's
I
how
am
6 degrees.
from William H.
Okay.
Macy's nipples.
You're just concerned with your own 6 degrees. of
my
William H.
nipples
Macy.
to his nipples.
Sure. 2 steps.
So yeah, cellular's better than you think it is, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
That's all.
All right, next one up's from Steve like the Bird Heron. This will be our last one, by the way.
All right.
I can barely even read. We're so random tonight. This one's a drive-in theater update from Steve like the Bird Heron. BMFsters! Steve like the Bird here, now with 100% more squawk and such. Anyway, a little while ago, I brought up the drive-in theater and its rise and fall as a movie-going platform, and since sending that email, I've been itching to go to one and put all the nonsense research I did into perspective. So last Saturday, for the first time in 10 years, I did. The lot was pretty full at the beginning of the night, which was a sight for sore eyes. The Warwick Drive-In is about 1.5 acre field on an incline of what used to be farmland, with 3 screens and is right behind a strip mall. The clientele for the drive-in has changed a bit over the years, leaning more towards a fun night with the family, but not totally since 4 of the 6 movies showing were rated R. So it was quite amusing that one screen would be showing Minions, while the one right next to it would be showing Straight Outta Compton. In the center of the field is a small concession shack selling usual movie fare, like the stillest popcorn I've ever had, as well as coffee and hot chocolate and a few other things you couldn't get in an average theater. The little speakers you put in your window are long gone, being replaced by locally broadcasted radio transmissions, depending on your screen. The sun was setting, children were in pajamas, audiences were all under blankets, whether in their cars or on lawn chairs, and all were enjoying seeing movies amidst the stars and a lunar glow. Obviously, a regular theatrical experience will always be superior, but if it's a nice night, which luckily we had, it's a comfortable and a sort of romantic experience, in the rose-colored glasses sort of way, not the go-to-make-out spot for teenagers sort of way. Well, actually both. Plus, you get 2 movies for $10. If that ain't worth it, I don't know what it is. We saw Minions. Papa Bird loves those little jaundiced bastards, and it's actually really cute and often really funny, better than you'd think. And Mission Impossible for the Heron Flock. Thoroughly enjoyed them both. It was a hit. If any of you guys or anyone out in BMF land gets a chance to go, take it up. Sorry for the long email, but it's a section of movie history that doesn't get brought up a lot, and I think it'd be something of interest to the group and followers of the show. Crash and burn, Steve like the Bird. P.S. R.I.P. to Wes Craven. He was a real talent and revolutionary, and it sucks to see him go. P.P.S. Thanks to Chuckles for moving 31 and 31 to September this year, making the overall suckiness of Back to School better. Sent via Tim.
Well, that's totally why you did it, isn't it, Chuck?
For Steve?
Yeah, just
Just for Steve.
Well,
I did
you're
it
welcome,
for Steve.
You can
That's-
find that 31 and 31 at
It's just for you, Steve.
It's pretty cool that they...
smartmetrickface.com.
You can. It's pretty cool that still exists somewhere.
YouTube.com/watercooler.
Not that drive-in.
drive-ins.
Oh, that.
Jesus.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah. Brought to you by Hot Podcast. It'll be at
He's your
smarmyjerkface.hotpockets.
Yeah.
Your
did
presenting sponsor for 31 and 31, Hot
Yeah.
Pockets.
Did they play... I want to know if they played any of the... Let's all go to the movie stuff or any of the like, hey, go get food things.
They had better. You know, I mean, why wouldn't you? If you own a drive-in.
Mhm.
It would just seem like people would go expecting that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, anybody ever see the cell phone ad one they fooled everybody with, where it was the let's all go to the lobby and then they all like get off the set and like the candies like talking on their cell phones and stuff. One of the movie theaters had that. I don't know. Maybe it was those are not denominational. Those like get off your cell phone ones are usually brought to you by the cell phone companies.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, there's the M&M ones.
Yeah, like get the fuck off the cell phone while you're at the movies. But they had one with the let's all go to the lobby stuff,
Yeah.
and it was like they were filming their thing and got off the set and like all pull out their phones and the movies don't run your movie, your food, so don't phone. I don't know.
oh.
They want something more clever.
Steve in the chat says they showed none of that stuff.
That's pretty lame.
So
That's disappointing.
burn that drive into the ground.
Yes.
Wait, he says no.
Do not.
Oh, no, okay.
Light that farmland on fire.
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
No.
Don't listen to us.
Well, just don't go back again.
Yeah. That's
I mean, keep listening to us, but
Yeah.
don't do what we say.
No.
That's
Re-
what I
really
mean.
raise it to the ground through attrition, just not going.
Yeah.
It's much more satisfying and less criminal. So,
Yeah. All that stuff.
pro tip, kids.
But yeah, he's lucky he's got that
Yeah.
because we no longer have that here. It turned into a church.
It's also a little warm here.
Yeah.
That's why you sit in your car with air conditioning.
It's not good for 90 minutes.
Terrible idea. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Anyway.
I'd never
That's
seen
why
the
you
hot
bring
dog jumping
jumper
into the
cables.
bun thing.
What?
The hot dog jumping into the bun?
Yeah.
I'd never seen that before. I
Oh.
had to just watch that on YouTube. That's slightly disturbing.
Are we talking like sexually?
Yeah, we always are.
Yeah, that's I pretty much am all. Yeah,
All right.
all right.
all the time.
Contact info? Is it time for that?
Is it? Well. BMFcast.com. There's a bunch of buttons on the right-hand side. You can email us, bmf@bmfcast.com, or give us a call on the Garfield phone, 910-5-JOCKS-BMF, or 910-556-9263.
Yeah,
That's how
quick
to
side
get in touch
note.
with us.
It's been brought to our attention that the Amazon link on our page, if you're running ad block, blocks it. That's the only ad
So-
that's on our page
it's an
is
ad.
our Amazon search box.
Uh-huh.
So you
So
can whitelist
whitelist
us.
us, yeah.
We don't run all the other bullshit.
No, there's
so.
no other ads. I mean, you can always click on whatever movie link. Those aren't blocked via ad block. So whatever movie, any of the links that are in the articles are generally links to Amazon, unless it's just straight up not even listed there.
Yeah.
Which has been a couple times where I just have to link to something weird.
Then we link to a joke.
Or well, sometimes I've done it when I'm like, absolutely do not fucking buy this movie. Have fun finding those Easter eggs where the links are not actually to the actual product. They might take it to Amazon, but they're not. Where I refuse
What
to
are they,
link
like
you to the movie.
Sacco dildos or something?
No, it's
Now, what was the one we linked to women's studies?
Dice Clay, whatever.
Yeah,
that's
Ford
right.
Fairlane,
That's right. Yeah, Ford Fairlane.
Yeah, it was the feminine mystique.
Yes.
Nice. Good job.
So
Yeah.
those,
yeah,
those are your
it's-
Easter eggs on our site. They're now
They're
spoiled.
not really.
They're not Easter eggs anymore,
are
no.
they? Oh,
No.
But that's it. Yeah,
well. Yeah, let's get out of
Yeah,
here.
sure.
I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And this is BAMFcast Out. Motherfuckers.
No, they're not. They're our friends.
Yes,
and
they are.
possibly
On
family.
both counts. YouTube.com/watercooler. I like you, Chuck. I want your series to do well.
I like
so
you too,
I,
BJ.
I
Thank you.
say the things
I'm
because you
I'm moderately
never
fond of
fucking
you.
talk about it.
All right.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm ready to go to the next level and say like, but I'm moderately fond of you.
Okay.
You do not annoy me, Chuck.
Thanks.
Well, that's,
can
no, wait.
tolerate-
Hold on, slow my roll.
All right.
Sometimes,
I can tolerate being around you, Chuck.
yeah.
I find you pleasant to be around
Yeah.
most of the time.
This is great, you guys.
Do you feel the
I've
love?
said that.
Can you feel the love tonight?
When I'm bored at work, I like talking to you via chat. But only when I'm really, really bored
Just kidding, Chuck.
and nobody else is responding.
No, I'm just kidding, Chuck.
And then I'll be like, man, oh, there's Chuck.
Please
Chuck's there,
respond.
so-
Oh wait, I can talk to Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck's
No,
always
please,
there.
Please hug me.
Yeah.
Please hug me, Chuck.
Mac, you'll say hi, and then it's me talking for 10
Yeah.
straight minutes. Oh, hey, did you see this? Here's this link, and hey, what'd you
Yeah.
do?
And then he'll
And
go
then
away
Mackie
for a while.
signs off.
Mackie, Mackie responds with "K."
And
And
then
then
he's
every once
offline
in a while,
for
I'll
3
just
hours.
write Chuck, and I'll just be like, you up?
It's 10 o'clock. I'm at work. Of course I'm up. Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like, oh.
I always say yes.
You always
Yeah. Want to hang out and watch Netflix?
Netflix and chill. Get it right.
Chill.
Oh, sorry.
Chill.
AKA do the wild thing.
Oh.
Oh, like sex. Oh, no.
Don't just play some Tone Loc.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wild thing.
Can we play Funky Cole Medina? instead?
Nope.
It's got a better,
Wild
better
thing.
beat.
Wild thing.
Yes.
And Young MC wrote both those songs.
Yeah.
The only Tone Loc songs people know are the ones Young MC wrote for him.
Yeah.
All the songs that he actually wrote, nobody gives a fuck about.
Young MC had a great cameo in Up in the Air. I never thought I'd say that, but he shows up in that movie. It's really good.
Yep. Man, he looks like he ate Young MC.
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
More
dang.
like he went to the GC, the Golden Corral.
Oh, Chocolate Mountain.
Yeah.
That's racist, chocolate.
No, they have 3 kinds of chocolate.
Is it?
That question doesn't apply, but yes.
No, it does not.
There are 3 kinds of chocolate.
So I was at a birthday party last weekend, and they had a chocolate fountain there.
Congratulations.
What?
You mean a
How-
disease fountain?
Ever?
No children? Were there children?
No,
However, you could
they
not
were there, but
actually
they
use
couldn't
it.
reach it. Like parents had to give it to them.
Doesn't matter. Children just
I know,
disease
yeah.
hovers around them
But
like a
they had it.
miasma.
But they didn't realize like you have to like there's a high content of oil that you add to the chocolate to make it go through the fountain properly.
Oh,
along with
to
the chocolate.
thin out the
Oh,
chocolate.
so they,
yeah.
had, they had a chocolate disaster?
Do they have a chunky chocolate fountain?
Yeah, and they
It's like
they
blark,
tried
blark, blark.
Mall
and
cop.
they
Mall cop.
tried to add milk and water to it.
Oh.
And by the time, like, and I, you know, my wife and I got there like an hour and a half after it had started, and we're just like, you got problems with this thing. And I'm like, did you read the manual? He's like, what? And I'm like, it tells you, like, the ratio's like 3-to-1 oil to chocolate. Like, it's a lot of oil.
Yep.
But now there's water in it.
And milk.
So the oil won't mix with the water.
That's right.
in everything. So we're trying to pour oil into this thing, and eventually it worked at about midnight. But
Did you leave a Yelp review?
it also,
Chocolate fountain was clean before I got
yeah.
there.
By the end, it was sounding like a lawnmower engine trying to run like all that shit through. It's like,
Was it a rental or?
no, I think they bought it.
Oh,
They
man.
burned it out
diesel
the
chocolate
first time.
$40 down the drain immediately.
That's nice.
Yeah. I need to look up like chocolate fountain disasters on YouTube of just
well-
people filming Golden Corral
No,
things.
oh,
No,
well,
my
it's
parents-
probably okay on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
don't look it up
Yeah,
anywhere
no,
else.
no. I'm not going to Google search
My
it.
parents,
Jesus.
my parents had when my dad retired. They had one at their party outside on the porch, and it got windy at some point,
Oh.
and it just like I don't know what it is about the fountain, but I mean, and it was not that windy, but it fucking sprayed that shit all over the stucco on the wall. I mean,
Oh,
it
man.
like
Oh.
it was like a Jackson Pollock wall. It was, and we're like, what the fuck? It wasn't even that windy, but yeah, chocolate fountains are bad. Don't get a chocolate fountain.
Well, I guess if you do it right, it's. I mean,
You can do it right, yes, but even then, it's. You know what? Just buy some chocolate dipped strawberries. They're better.
Yeah, I was going to say, just
Cherries,
get
berries.
fucking fondue. Why do we have to, like, go crazy with our...
Oh no, you can die from fondue, man.
what?
You remember that kicker? The was it the Jaguars kicker or the punter? Had a fondue accident.
Oh, yeah.
Spilled on himself and was like,
that's the same dumb motherfucker that hit himself in the axe with the.
yes,
Yeah.
Or
out
hit himself
for
in the leg.
because
Yes.
he poured fondue on himself.
Yeah.
He's
Or
also out for
chopping
like
wood.
6 games because he
axed
chopped his
himself.
leg. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, that was done, like, at the stadium, because they had that
Yes.
whole, like,
Yeah.
they had a stump and
But
an
yeah.
S.
That
Yeah,
was so
they
great.
had the keep chopping wood
Yeah.
Yep.
mantra. But dumb motherfucker, he's the only dumb motherfucker that hit himself in the leg.
True. I would give you that.
And he's also the same dumb motherfucker that fondued himself.
poured a fondue
Who was this?
bowl.
Who is this dumb motherfucker we're speaking of? I won't
God.
names.
I can't.
Was it Podlish?
No,
It was the guy before him.
Was it our punter or
It was
our
our
kicker?
punter.
Yeah.
Oh, it was our
It was
punter.
our punter. No, the kicker was Josh Scobie, who was there for ages, and then they just
They
traded
just
him
now
for
traded him.
nothing.
Yep. Yeah.
They haven't even said what we got for Scobie. That's
Oh, really? They're just like, get
Chris
him outta
Hansen.
here.
It was like a 5th or a
Yes,
6th round
Chris
pick.
Hansen.
Oh,
yeah.
the Catch a Predator guy.
Yes.
but they
exactly.
but they did they I thought they didn't
catch a
say
chocolate
what
fountain.
the actual trade agreement was.
I had heard 5th or 6th round
Yeah.
pick.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's,
I've heard
that's harsh.
for an undisclosed draft pick, which is like
5th or 6th.
Now, in a fantasy draft,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good pick for a kicker. Getting 5th or 6th for it.
trade? Yeah.
Because kicker's always your last pick. Like, if you take a kicker before your last pick, you
Nah, man, I go kicker
Just
first
quit.
round.
Oh, yeah.
Kicker
always
first,
get-
yeah.
really change it up on him.
Fuck yeah.
Keep him guessing.
Yeah.
I take Tim Tebow first every draft every year. followed by Geno Hayes.
Well, whatever team, like maybe it's not the Patriots anymore, but like whatever team, like it was Indianapolis for 1 year, like they just scored a billion touchdowns every. You might as well just take that quarterback and that kicker because you're at least going to get, that
If
many
you can
1
get 'em,
point.
except for 1 week.
Yeah. I'm saying like
Bad.
that was a
Well,
good
at least
strategy.
it's a kick for me.
Yes.
All right. So I guess we should get out of here. Huh?
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
We're supposed to stop
Right.
talking now.
So I'm Harlow.
And you're Chuck.
Yep.
This is the Misidentification Cast.
I'm Mackie.
Signing out.
BMFcast out, motherfucker.
I'm Sally Powers.
Yep.
And I'm Troy McClure.
Stay off
You
Twitter.
may know me from such
Why?
podcasts as
Mr. Robot spoilers.
Oh
What?
no.
What's Mr. Robot?
Oh, it was Tyler Durden all along.
Yep.
Oh,
He was actually an android.
what?
Mr. Android.
limo.
Oh,
Explain
I thought he was hacking from an Android.
God, we didn't even mention that.
What?
when he brings him into the limo and we were like, he's gonna tell her.
Yeah, we said
about
it.
the
Talked
robot
yeah,
thing?
something. The robots.
so we were like, he's gonna say she's
It's a psychic robot.
All right.
documentation.
Signing off. We're closing
I'm
this
loopy
down
tonight,
now.
man.
We all
I don't even
All your
remember what
comments
we're
will
saying.
stay here for next week, so you can
Yay.
relive the joy of your comments.
Don't
existing.
worry. Next week, it's probably going to just say BMF live stream since we're going to apparently have a permanent link now, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Permanent
So, no more spoiling the title on the live
like
stream,
in
I
a
guess.
couple hours, the link we sent on YouTube will be dead, and it'll just say this stream is offline.
Okay. Well,
So look at the lower third to see what we're watching.
yep. All right. Good night, everyone.